Greetings and salutations, family. Happy 4th of July to those that celebrate. Hope you're having a great day. Let me just double check and see if I have sound. Greetings, camera. Can you hear me? Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the flow state. I appreciate you. Y'all know what I'm about to do. Let me just go ahead and put my mic in. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. Your girl got to get some cooking done. Hey, Donna. I miss you all. So the music is not super loud in your ear. Let me turn that down a little bit because it seemed like it's loud in my ear. I have to cook. I have to cook. I got to cook, fam. I have to cook. I'm cutting all the lights on right now. So I did make some beans. I made some beans. I let these cook overnight. This is the 2-pound bag that I got from the food bank. I cut these up. I'm gonna make some fried potatoes and onions. I'm going to cut these up. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with them though. I don't. I'm gonna tell you what I want to do with them. I want to put them. Yeah, if you all ever been to Cracker Barrel where they put chicken and potatoes and stuff and they put it in the aluminum foil and then they put it and they bake it or put it in the grill or put it on the grill. That's what I want to do. So I think I don't know if I'm gonna grill today. I realized I didn't have any onions. I said, Shantae, how the hell are you cooking and you don't even have everything you need, girl? So I had to run to the supermarket. I had to get some onions. I have some fish. I have some whiting, so I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put this in just a pan, a baking dish, so that way it can thaw out. Where is it? I might not bake the fish today. I don't know. I took a power nap, y'all. Before my therapy appointment, I took a power nap. Yes, my therapist. I saw my therapist today. Sure did. And I do want to put this, I want to bake the fish the way I baked it last time, but I might just go ahead and put the fish on the grill tomorrow. Or I might do it tonight. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm going to make 4 pieces. Y'all know how I make my fish, right? Y'all know I bake it or I put it in the air fryer, the Ninja air fryer, but I bake it with peppers and onions, and then I throw some cilantro on there. So today I may just be prepping and then throw the stuff on the grill tomorrow. I probably will make the fried potatoes and onions tonight since I already have that. I'm gonna make a nice salad, but I have to cook. I had some French fries, and we have out here we have something that's called EG's, right? And EG's has they're all about their ices, right? But I got a free icy today because I signed up for their rewards. And they were like, well, what flavor would you like? And I'm like, do you all still have the sugar-free one? They was like, yeah, the skinny berry. It's in the back. What size would you like? I said, well, it says medium, right? But I guess he was going to give me an extra large or whatever size I wanted. I can say one thing. I can say a lot of things about this beautiful town that I live in. But there were plenty of times where I went to, anytime I go to the supermarket, I'm buying these. I'm always buying a bag of beans. And I'm happy I bought them because I did not have any black eyed peas. Thank you, God. I do have 3 bags of green lentils, though. But they give me free food. Like, they'll give me something for free. I went to Chipotle one time, and I went after the gym, and I'm just in the aisle just waiting for my food, and I'm dancing, and I have my headphones on. And what happened? I get to the register, and they're like, "Oh, I pull out my credit card," and they were like, "Oh, it's free." I said, "Wait, what?" They were like, "We just love your energy, so your lunch is free." And I'm like, "This has never happened in the state of New Jersey." So I truly appreciate the laid backness out here and the hospitality. I really do. I'm in awe sometimes at how nice people are out here. I was invited to some type of cookout, but I didn't go because, okay, so let me be clear. I wasn't invited. I wasn't necessarily invited. It's the woman goes to the Zumba. She goes to Zumba, and I guess she told everyone, and I guess I wasn't in that Zumba class. So someone else gave me her address, and I'm like, I'm not just going to pop up at nobody's home. That's what I'm not going to do, right? Even though I talked to her, I talked to her, I've had conversations with her, but I'm still not going to pop up at someone's home. And then I know that with my food restrictions, it may not be smart for me to go to a cookout. I need to eat before I go. I don't know about you all. I bought some of these. They were on sale for $2. So I have one for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Yes, I'm making a salad, but I'll just grab this salad and throw it in my lunchbox so I don't have to worry about it. And sometimes Walmart has these, and I love it because then I can just grab it and go. I have some fruit that I want to cut up. I'm also going to cut these up. I'm not going to cut all of these up because I see one of the tutors at the school, and he just eats these. He puts these in a bag, and this is a snack for him. So I'm going to throw these in some water with some, all right, let me bring y'all over here. How I use vinegar. Do I have any white vinegar? Yes. I use white vinegar, and I'll just put the peppers or the vegetables inside the vinegar. And I'll let them sit there and just let them clean. Sometimes I put baking soda on it, but I'm not going to do that with these peppers because I'm going to be eating these, so I'm not going to put them in. Where are the peppers at? Here they are. Uh-oh, you see one of them is bad. Dang, blasted. I can say this. These vegetables, these peppers and the vegetables that I've gotten this time, happy Saturday, Elisa. I hope you're enjoying this Saturday. These peppers, the produce that I got from the food pantry this recent time is way better than the food pantry. So when I drive down to wherever, to the church, it's hit or miss. But I notice that sometimes their produce is like about to, is like very ripe. This was the one that I went to the other day when I was late for my live and I stopped by. I'm happy I did stop by because this is their produce. Their produce was way fresher, way fresher. So I'm gonna cut some of these up. Let's put a little bit more water in here. Like I said, I already cut up some of the potatoes, but these red potatoes, the circular ones right here, right there. All right, I don't even think the camera was on it. Let me hook up my tablet so I can see what y'all see, because sometimes I can't see what y'all see. But those red potatoes, I'm going to cut those up. I'm going to peel some of the bad stuff off and slice them. I'm going to keep them in water, but I'm going to end up putting them in a container. If I don't cook on the grill tonight, because I mean, it's 7:30. I don't want to be cooking on the grill at 9 o'clock at night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to marinate a lot of the things, a lot of the food, and tomorrow I'm going to fire up that grill early in the morning because I have to go to the gym by 2. So I'm gonna be up early in the morning. They're gonna be like, "Girl, why the hell are we smelling charcoal early in the morning?" I'm like, "Y'all partied last night. Now it's time for me to party. I party in the damn gym." So I'm going to I had to get some peanut butter for my protein shakes. So I'm going to marinate everything tonight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna put everything on the grill. Like I said, I am going to make my fried potatoes and onions tonight. I'm going to make the salad. I have a cantaloupe, some peaches, the apples. I'm definitely going to cut up the cantaloupe. I'm not going to cut up the peaches. I'm just going to eat them, y'all. I bought 3 peaches from Walmart. I was pissed off because they weren't sweet at all. I'm like, what is this? I just paid 99 cents for this damn peach and it tastes like nothing. I was mad as hell. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to take it back. I wanted to go right there and say, here, you can have this back. Your non-sweet peach just made me waste my damn money. And I thought it was peach season. So I was like, why is this peach tasting like this? I was angry. You know, you ever have a piece of fruit and you're like, oh, I want to eat this. I can't wait to bite into this. I put too much vinegar in that little bowl. You're like, oh, I can't wait to bite into this. And then you bite into it and it's like, what the helly? Right? This is not even sweet. You be real mad. Or is it just me? I was mad. I ate it, but I was pissed off eating it. I didn't want to waste my money, but I was not happy eating it. I'll tell you that. I was not happy. So I'm just going to prep everything tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to cook on the grill. Like I said, I took a power nap because I went to the gym early this morning. And I took 2 dance classes. Woo, 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 woo. Who is this? Is that too little too late? Greetings. Wash that turkey too. I'm always happy to see your name, and you always make me laugh. So let's see if this Thanksgiving, if they give me another turkey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're the number 1 fan today, this evening. I hope you're having a marvelous day. If you celebrate the 4th, I hope you have a happy 4th. I know everyone is cooking. These are the tomatoes that I got last time, right? We can go there twice a month to this church, and I don't have to drive 50 minutes. So I really do enjoy that. Oh, that's a bug. Y'all see that? This is why I clean my, looks like a mosquito. That's why I clean my vegetables, man. You just don't know, right? But it comes from the garden, right? They put it in there. It's not like it's not normal, but I'm like, ugh, ugh, ugh. So I'm not going to make the salad yet because I need these bowls. I need to purchase some more bowls. I need to do my Amazon wish list. That's what I need to do. There are a lot of things I need to do, y'all. I need to get my life together. But what I plan to do is make like, use the aluminum foil and have the potatoes, the carrots. I have some broccoli, some string beans. So you know how some of these Cracker Barrel, let me turn this down. It still seems like it's too loud. Cracker Barrel they used to have chicken, potatoes, carrots, and it's steamed or whatever. It's cooked inside of the aluminum foil. So that's the idea that's what gave me the idea. I was like, oh, yes, I'm going to grill the fish, but I'm going to grill the fish inside this, right? But just the ring. I'm going to grill the fish. I am going to grill the fish on, come on, I need you to go in here. There we go. I'm going to grill the fish but I'm going to grill it inside of the aluminum foil. I don't want to clean the daggone grill, and I have a very small grill. But I'm just happy, like where I live now, I can use my grill. I can use a charcoal grill. And on the apartment, they were like, no. So I mean, with what we have to pay for insurance, renter's insurance, I guess I can use it. So I have a small a charcoal grill. I bought the charcoal when it was on sale. Yes, I'm eating the carrot too, y'all. If you don't have one of these and you chop up a lot of vegetables, this is so worth it. I love grilled fish and chicken. Oh, it's so good, but I just don't want to cook. I don't want to. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna grill it, but it's gonna be. These baby carrots look like they are on steroids. Okay, I'm holding the carrots in my hand. Let me eat this one. Oh, okay. What happened here? What's going on? Come on now. There we go. All right. So y'all notice, like when I cook, when it comes to vegetables, I do be eating the vegetables. I ain't gonna lie. When I cook anything else, I don't eat it while I cook, but I'll be tearing these damn vegetables up. So I'm just making sure that I have enough carrots because I know I'm making a salad. I have the black beans, and you all know last time I did throw a few carrots in the black beans with peppers, and it was so dang on delicioso. So good. It was so good. So I know. Thank you all for encouraging me and for encouraging me and like, yeah, Tay, you losing weight. I'm trying, y'all. But I also knew that I needed to heal. I needed to heal. And I'm healing. And I don't know. Someone asked me, what does healing look like? Right? I told y'all, my fake husband always be asking me all these questions, that thought-provoking questions. And for me, healing, it begins with my eating. When people talk about DNA food, this is DNA food, right? Stuff that is from the earth. Come on, I don't want to cut my finger like I did last time. Stuff that's from the earth, stuff that when I eat is not going to mess up my, you know how sometimes, maybe this doesn't happen to you all, right? But if I eat chicken, I am tired immediately. So Sunday, I'm gonna tell y'all, Sunday, I was studying. I'm like, oh my gosh, all right, I don't have time to cook. I was like, you know what? I have this soup in the refrigerator, in the freezer, right? And I'm looking at the soup and I'm like, oh man, that's chicken. Okay. You didn't want to get cut, so you're going to get eaten. Okay. See how easy that is? That would have taken me a lot of time, right? So if I was cutting it, it would have taken me a lot of time. So what did I do? I heated up the soup, right? And it had little chicken strips in it. I ate it. 6-6, y'all. Can I tell you that I was sick as a damn dog? I was sick. My stomach I was hurting. I was hurting. And I texted my friend first thing in the morning, and I was like, you know what? It's official. It's confirmation. Now these these are older carrots. You see how they're not as orange as the other ones? 7-7. It was confirmation that, all right, let me eat this one. Look at this one. It looks weird, right? That's why I eat it. They taste different too. They're not as fresh. So I was sick. I was literally sick. My stomach was hurting. I texted my friend. I was like, okay, if I didn't think, if I thought, oh, I can eat whatever, whatever. I know good and daggone well I can't eat it now. I know daggone well that I can't eat it now. If I thought that I could eat chicken, I know officially that I can't eat it. I was so sick. My stomach hurt so bad. And I had class first thing that morning. I was like, this is not what's up. This is not what's up. So I know that I can't have chicken. And I try to listen to my body. Because if I don't, if I eat something, I feel sleepy immediately. We call that the itis, right? Where's my water? Oh, we call that the itis. Ooh. We call that the itis. And wait, let me see if I can make this a little bit higher. If I'm just going to, I thought I turned this down. If I'm just going to show the top of my body, then I need to take my shirt off. And y'all like, girl, we are females. We don't want to see that shit. Right? 7-7. Okay, so here we go. Okay, you know what? Let me turn it this way. So that way I'm not showing the rest of my living room. I gotta move some stuff out the way. I took the lid off the trash can because I'm about to start peeling these. I know everyone, they're having a great time, right? They're like, oh my God. Okay, this is just water. I had to make sure it didn't have any vinegar in it. So this is for the potatoes. All right, so where are we at? Can you see me? Let me sit down. Let's see. Let's push this to the side. Oh, you can kind of see me. You still can't see my face. It's okay. You see part of my face. It's all right. So let me move this over here. And that way I can see comments as I'm going along. I'm going to slide this over. I'm going to slide these tomatoes over as well. I can bring you a little bit closer. You see that muscle in the arm? Y'all see that? Do you see that? You see that? Do you see that? Let me see. You see it? Hey. It's the DNA food. I need this food in order for me to operate at my best potential or at my highest potential. I have to eat properly. You know, when I ate that chicken soup, yes, it had many vegetables in it, but that chicken tore my stomach up. I can't eat too much cheese. If I eat too much cheese, my face breaks out. But these are the things that I know about my body. But like, you know, sometimes when we eat things, it's heavy. It's like our bodies become so we're sleepy. I feel like for me, and I can only speak for myself, for me, it lets me know that my body is like, this is not what we want. This is not what you're supposed to be eating. And I realize that. Now, y'all, I may come up out this shirt. All right. It may get a little hot. I may come up out this shirt. Just letting you know. Okay. But as I get older, if you saw my community page, there was a woman. It's funny because she saw me somewhere when I was doing Instacart. And she said something, and she used to go to the same gym that I go to, and she has stopped. And then it's funny because I had started going back to the gym, and then me and Stella got attacked by the woman with the dog, right? And I couldn't go to the gym. So y'all saw me, I was home, I was lifting weights, I was sitting down, I was getting in the water because I needed to heal, right? So what did I do? I saw her at Walmart one day and she was like, girl, you told me to go back to the gym and I haven't seen you. I was like, oh yes. And I told her what happened. So it's funny because she started showing me her weight loss pictures, right? She used to run marathons and this, that, and the third. She couldn't find those pictures when she was slim. Like she's slim now. I'm looking at her, she's slim now. But she was showing me, she was like, I was right. Oh, started cracking up. But she was like, I was cut. Now, what she did show me is how she used to look. And she was like, I don't have a lot of pictures because, when we are heavy, sometimes we don't want to take pictures, right? We're like, man, I don't, because we're not comfortable in our skin, right? So, but are those fireworks? They're about to do fireworks soon. I gotta cook, so I'm not even gonna go and see any fireworks. Maybe they'll do some tomorrow. I don't know. I don't have the time. I still gotta study. But it's just so funny how she's telling me, she said, I've been at this for 25 years. I said, I've been at this for 20 years. But when we talk about different things as far as like how our bodies feel when we eat certain things. And I know that when I eat something and I'm not supposed to eat it, my body, like if I eat, sometimes when I eat cheese, I get mucus immediately. Like just mucus, just immediately. Immediately. I just finished chewing it and swallowing it and I get mucus. My body will tell me, girl, you're not supposed to be eating this. 9-9. My body will tell me, this is not what you're supposed to be putting in your body. And I'm getting older and I'm just like, I don't want to have health issues because of what I eat. There are a lot of things that I cannot control in this life while I'm in this body. But certain things that I can control, I'm like, it's not easy. I told y'all, my behind want to eat French fries every day. But what is that going to do to my body? So I have to say, girl, you can't eat French fries every day. You may want to eat French fries every day, but you can't. But when I do want French fries, what do? I go and I get a children's size of French fries. I don't get, and I used to go to Burger King and get a children's size of French fries, right? Once a week. That was my cheat. That was my cheat meal, right? And what happened? They will upgrade my fries to large fries. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Please don't. It was like, I gave you some large fries. I said, sir, thank you so much. I'm going to eat them this time. And right. After the second or third time he did it, I was like, okay, I appreciate you. I said, but I can't have that. He was like, then you could just throw them away. I said, if I could throw them away, then I wouldn't have been 244 pounds, right? So he was like, okay. I said, I appreciate you wanting to upgrade my French fries. I said, but I have to eat the value fry. The value fry, you only get like 7 or 8 French fries, right? So, but I have to, as I get older, I have to change. I have to change. So the woman at the gym, she had on a shirt that said, do you know health is wealth? And on the front, it said Tumamoc Master. So she started telling me about how she got that shirt. It was a black dude. There's a mountain called Tumamoc, right? That mountain is, oh my God. Everyone walks it. Everyone walks it. A lot of people walk it. And as soon as you step off the sidewalk onto its immediate elevation, immediately, like when I got almost to the top, I said, when we turned that last corner, I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And someone was coming down. They was like, you're right here. Right around that corner is the top. I said, thank you so much. These are the most supportive fitness people I have ever met in my whole life. 9-9. The most supportive fitness people. And they like, look, girl, we all dying together. We ride together, we work out together, we die together. We work out people for life, right? That's how I used to say before COVID. When I had my we had our crew, and the dude that was the at the gym, the dude was, I call him Superman. This dude is like, I know he's like 70 years old. Y'all, he be doing pull-ups. I'm like, what the F? This dude ain't, he's no joke, right? Oh, old white men love me. I ain't gonna lie. You know, if I was a foreigner, then I probably would marry an old white man, right? But they love me. I don't know why, but they love me. But I think it's because, I don't know, like, people always want to work out with me because I be calling on sweet baby Jesus, and they laugh, but I call on anything to get me through, right? They like, oh, we know Shantae dying when she start calling on Jesus. But what it does is it makes people feel comfortable. A lot of times we go to the gym and we're intimidated, especially if you are not like me. I wasn't always fit. I wasn't always active, right? I've been doing this for 20 years. I got tired of being fat. I got tired of shopping at what's the place called? Lane Bryant. I got tired of paying all this money, $50 for a damn shirt. I'm like, why? Come on, man. The material is not that expensive, right? I got tired of paying all that money, $70, $80 for a pair of jeans. I said no. So when I started off my fitness journey, it was basically for superficial reasons. Now these potatoes they look crazy, right? They look like they have a skin disease, right? But I'm taking off the black spots. So it's okay. I'm just gonna cut them anyway. I'm gonna slice them. I'm gonna season. Well, I'm not gonna season them. I'm gonna slice them, and then I'm gonna keep them in water and put a lid over it overnight. So that way tomorrow, when, oh, I do want to season them, but they're gonna be black. So I'm going to have to season them before I put them on the grill. It's okay. I'll season them real good. But the rest of the vegetables, okay. My hips are very tight, so I'm gonna have to do some figure fours tonight. My hips are very tight. So the woman had on the shirt to call Tuma Masters. Do you know your health is wealth? And she said it was a black dude that, you know, he started walking the mountain, and I think he would walk up it a couple times. I don't know how people walk up it a couple times. Like, jeez. And he got some shirts made, and people started walking with him. It turned into a whole big thing, right? They charged $10 for the shirts, and no one was making people. I don't know. She said that basically it was self paying for it. They were self paid, meaning the shirts, you're only paying for the shirt. No one's making a profit, right? But as I used to walk that mountain, now when I used to walk with Valerie, it took me longer. I kind of didn't like walking with her because, you know, a walk that normally takes me about an hour and 15 minutes, it would take me 2 hours with her. So this is why sometimes I like working out by myself when I'm outside. But I'm gonna get to that, Julie. So now we were walking up the mountain one time, and y'all, it was this older woman. She was speed walking. This woman was old as hell. She was like 70. Okay, God forgive me. Y'all forgive me, right? I don't want to say old as hell. She was way older than me, but she was like 70 some odd years old, if that, right? Because sometimes people be 80. I don't know. She might have been 60. I don't know. She was an older woman. You could tell she was a little older woman. She had some wrinkles, right? This woman, okay, this potato is a wrap. Yeah, that's a wrap all the way through. She walked up the mountain twice, up and down. I said, wait, hold on. We saw her coming down when we were going up, right? She came, we were going up. She was coming down. When we were coming down, she was on her second one. I said, these people be showing me the hell up. Okay. So when people say you need to go to LA Fitness, I don't want to go to LA Fitness. I want to go to LA Fitness for their sauna. If I go to LA Fitness, you see girls with faces full of makeup. I said, y'all are not here to work out. You are here to pick up a man, which if that's what you want to do, fine. But for someone that is overweight or maybe insecure, LA Fitness is not one of the gyms to go to, right? You're going to feel a certain type of way, right? It's not, they have family gyms. The family oriented gyms are the ones that I like to go to. The gym I went to today, the woman they had dance because she's not a Zumba instructor anymore. So you can't call it a Zumba class, right? It was dance, but she was doing Zumba, right? Her playlist was fire. Oh my gosh. I hit 10,000 steps by 12 o'clock today. 10,000 steps, right? I needed a nap. I was tired as hell. So now, and then we did Zumba. She was like, I'm not in shape. And I looked at her and she was like, she said, well, I am a shape. I'm round. I said, ma'am, don't do that to yourself. I said, because you just gave us an amazing class. Don't do that to yourself. But sometimes we do that because we are seeing all these skinny people. And then, there was a time where one of the instructors today told me like that the members complain like, oh, the instructors are supposed to be skinny. Oh, damn, I didn't drop this. I didn't drop the potato in the damn trash. Okay. Now, some of them instructors, there's an instructor that teaches abs and what is it? Abs and something. But we work in booty and abs. Now, I think she's Hawaiian, right? So she's a little bit like chunkier, like thicker, right? This woman is strong as F, y'all. She is so damn strong. So it's like sometimes this is why I'm not really in, really want to teach, because sometimes the people at the gym are really mean and nasty. Some of these old people are really mean and nasty. Like there was the second person that came to the gym today. She was in Zumba. She did Zumba, and I like her, right? She's Jewish. Sometimes, she gets a little nervous. It's a lot being in teaching a class. It's a lot. Let me just finish this and I'm gonna get to those comments, y'all, because y'all know I'll forget what the hell I'm saying, right? So she came in and the woman that covered doesn't have a class. The woman that was non-Zumba, she doesn't have a class. So but her class was supposed to end at the second class, the Zumba class was supposed to start at 10:45. So the other lady was supposed to end at like 10:35, right? But the person that came in, she messed up the time, right? So she kind of rushed her. Now they started playing. It wasn't the song. It was a cool down. It wasn't the song as to why I left. I didn't want to cool down because I knew I was taking the next class. I was still going to do Zumba, right? I love dancing, y'all. That's just mindless steps. And y'all know walking, you can walk the weight off. I still lift weights so that way I have muscle, right? It's not just flab, right? So you could tone as you lose weight. You do cardio and tone it. You don't have to lift heavy weights. It could be 1 pound, it could be 2 pounds, it could be water bottles. It's just, you're just toning your body. So one of the women said she was walking out of the gym. She was walking out, not the regular way. She was walking out by the pool. And she said, you need to complain. I said, complain about what, ma'am? She was like, she came in there and the class wasn't supposed to, she came in there, she made her in the class 15 minutes early. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, the class was supposed to start at 10:45. She was like, yeah. I said, you're not going to stay for Zumba? I don't like her. And I was like, why? I like her, right? And she was like, because she doesn't stay on beat. And I'm just like, I said, okay, I hope you have a, happy 4th, take care. And it was like, these people go to the gym and they have no idea what it consists of to remember 12 to 15 steps, right? That's a lot. That's a lot. But yeah. All right, so let me read your comments. You are very smart. Hey, Julie Bach. You are very smart. I have ate like crap for many years, and now I am paying the price. I'm, but there's no, let me just say this, Judy. Whatever is going on, whatever is going on, as long as you have breath in your body, ma'am, you can still change. You can still change. That's the beautiful thing about our bodies. When we talk about, when the Bible says, and I'm not trying to get religious, y'all, but the Bible says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We truly are. Our bodies will bounce back. If someone has cancer and they go to the Cancer Center of America out here in Arizona, the first thing they're going to do is change that person's eating habits. They're going to take meat off. They're going to turn them into a vegan, right? Because a lot of these other foods messes up our bodies. Cheese, dairy gives us mucus, things like that. Meat, right? And I'm not telling people to not eat meat. My body won't. I don't digest meat. So I know I'm tired of feeling like crap. I'm tired of my stomach hurting. I don't want to get the stomach C because, my stomach is always jacked up. I don't want that. So I change my eating habits for me, right? Some people are blood type O and their bodies crave meat. They need meat. I'm blood type A positive. I don't have enough stomach acid in my stomach to break down the meat. So that's why I don't eat meat. You have to listen to your body, right? But as long as you have breath in your body, Judy, you can still make small changes. Okay? You can still make small changes, ma'am. You see? Hey, Sister Corley. Okay, let me see. Happy 4th to you as well. To those that celebrate the 4th, happy 4th. Hello, Mr. Mikey. Tay, love you, little sister. I love you too, big bro. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a great holiday. Y'all know Tay got to cook. Holiday or not, I got to cook, right? Oh my God, Tay, your upper body taking beautiful shape. Thank you. But this is what I was saying. I lift. I may not get a chance to show you all because the gym I go to, like, I don't want to show everybody, right? And the classes be full. The parking lot be full. Somebody said when I saw them at Costco, I used to do Zumba with the lady. And she was like, her and her husband, they are so funny. He was like, we drive past that gym all the time. He said, and I'm like, damn, that parking lot is always packed. I said, because the gym be popping. That gym be popping. We love our gym. I've been going into this gym for 10 years. So yes, so I said all that to say this. Lifting also, right? You don't have to lift. People think, oh, I got to lift heavy weights. No, you do not. No, you don't. You can, if people go out and walk, right? If they're walking, they can walk with a water bottle. You have two of those, what are those, 16-ounce water bottles? You're walking with your water bottle, right? You're swinging your arms. You're being conscious, 1313. You're being conscious of how you move. Y'all, I'm getting hot. I might come up out this shirt. I'm telling you. Don't be surprised. I do have on a sports bra, so I won't be giving y'all a show like that, okay? Thank you so much, Rare Beans and Rice. Thank you so much. So, the woman Curly, stay ready. And Tay, you still looking a little chunky, this, that, and the third. You can't listen to people like that. She walking around with a pink ass wig. Who wears a pink wig? A pink wig, a bright pink wig. Like, what the hell is wrong with her? Right? But it takes time. But I know that how I eat is that's what's really going to change my body. Eating, nutrition is 80, yes. Nutrition is 80 to 85% of losing weight, right? Working out is about 20%, 15 to 20%. You can't outwork a bad diet. So, and why am I doing this in front of you all? Because this is what I want to influence people to, so we can live. so we can live. Sister Coley, you said, thank you for sharing that. Yes, ma'am, Big C last year. I hope that you are healing. I hope that whatever treatment you're doing, it will leave your body. And if you're not already in remission, that it goes away. But this cutting meat out, cutting dairy out. I don't know if y'all saw the show, the documentary on, and this is old, What the Health, on Netflix, right? You saw this woman was on all these different medications. What, she was walking with a walker, right? She went and she started eating a plant-based diet, right? Plant-based diet. This woman, the medicine she was on, half of it was gone. She was taking off half of the medication. Like, she had a little bin. It was so much smaller, and she was walking. And I said, you can't tell me that it's not the food. And we know that our food in America is what? A lot of our food is what? Our food in America, a lot of our food is banned in other countries. One of the FIFA teams, they shipped over their own food. They shipped over their own food. So a lot of our foods are banned, right? They pump the chickens and the cows and stuff with hormones to get them, because they waste so much, right? Meat, 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 meat. Everything is meat in America, right? There are people that are falling apart, bodies just falling apart. They're like, I need my meat. But do you? Do you actually? Or is it because that's all we know, and then we don't know how to cook other meals? Yes, y'all, I'm in this kitchen every weekend or every other weekend. I didn't have to cook last weekend because I had enough food, but it only lasted me till Thursday. So Thursday night, I went and I had Popeyes because I can't eat a lot of different things. I had shrimp and French fries. Boy, did I pay the price for that. It was fish. I paid the price. Why? Because my body was like, hold on, BITC, you know what? We haven't been eating high fattening foods like that. What the helly? That's what my body said to me. What the helly? I'm on oxygen and young, rare beans and rice, 41. I'm working hard to figure out how to get healthier. May never get off oxygen, but I can control other things for my health. Sister, thank you for sharing that. And I pray that you can get off of the oxygen. But like you said, you're going to control the things that you can control. A lot of times we can't control certain things. We can't control it, right? But I am a firm believer, nobody can tell me any different, that a lot of illnesses come from the foods that we eat. And this is why I show you all. You all have been so supportive with my cooking videos. I've always cooked, but I think I just didn't have the right audience that was welcoming to my cooking, right? Even family and friends, I ain't watching that. You know, I cook for my brother. He's like, oh, she keep talking about making this damn vegan spaghetti. And when I made it before I went to the Gambia, he was like, this is pretty good. Right? He was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was talking about you all week. I said, well, damn. Right? So I was talking about you all week. She keep talking about this vegan, da-da-da. But for my family to see how big I was, and I didn't realize how skinny I was, y'all, before I went to Gambia. I really didn't. Did I drop a piece of potato or did it go? That's okay. I'm gonna be sweeping and steaming this floor. I think it went in the garbage though. I didn't realize how slim I was. So my thing is for my family to see me at 244 pounds, right? I'm tall, I'm 5'9". So I didn't even look as heavy, but I was heavy. I was big as fuck, right? My mom, when I showed, this is why I take pictures, right? It's not just it's for me. Okay, so I always say, if I didn't take a picture, it doesn't count. That's what I say. If I didn't take a picture, then it doesn't count. In my mind, I'm like, you ain't really do this workout, right? But Taking pictures show progress. Before you know it, you be like, what the helly? Now I'm not really seeing what y'all see, right? I see a little bit, but I really don't see because I have body dysmorphia, right? When I was slim as hell in the Gambia, I still thought I was fat. I was like, I'm fat. I was not, what the hell? Why the hell? I'm looking down like my fat stomach. And then I'm taking pictures. I'm like, girl, you were slim as hell. What the hell you talking about? So you were fat, right? So when you take pictures and you post it, or you show your family, or you just looking at it yourself and you're in comparison, you're like, holy crap, this is working. So I encourage you all. This is why I do this. This is exactly why I do this. You know, if y'all have money to pay me, I'll come and cook for you. Come and make your meals. I'll be cooking for like 2 days and you can freeze your food, right? But this is why I do this, to influence people, for us to have a better life, to live longer, to be healthier. And when I say us, I'm talking about all nationalities, the white, the Black Americans, the Latinos, the whoever else is watching, the island people, because a lot of our communities eat horribly. We all eat horribly. Mexicans, they eat as bad as Black Americans. Everything is lard and pork and cheese and fried. Continental Africans in the Gambia, oh, y'all eat American. Y'all eat rice. Everything is fried and oil. All of these nations eat horribly. I think except for like the Japanese people. The Japanese people and the people from Thailand. I want to go to Thailand. Them ninjas eat healthy. What the hell? Japan, right? All right, I think I'm gonna let this potato go too. I would love to be able to grow my own food. Wait, okay, so let me get to this. RH, stage 2 colon cancer tumor was localized surgery, no metastasized. That's great. Yep, my oncologist said, get that diet under control. Thank you. Thank you. We have to thank God that it was stage 2, right? That it was able to be caught. It didn't metastasize. Metastasize, not metastasize. Metastasize. Um, I thank God that you're making those changes, sister. Right? Life is you may have gotten some bad news, but look, you said that was last year. This year you didn't got married. Look at God, right? No chemo or radiation. I am being watched and tested every month. Y'all watch the first. I learned a hard lesson. Rare beans and rice, chemical ridden. Our foods are, right? I'm RH. I'm so happy. You every 3 months. Every 3 months. That's a blessing, because the first time they talk about the big C, what happens? The first time they talk about the big C, it's like, oh, you gotta get chemo, you gotta get radiation, right? And I ain't gonna lie, someone told me, they were like, they said about the chemo and radiation, they were like, that the doctors are like, well, we hope that the chemo kills the big C before it kills you. I said, what the hell? When someone told me that, I was like, what? Because it does, right? But I am convinced that, because like, think about it, y'all. Other countries do not have the big C as much as we do, right? Now, it could be different things. It can be the environment, because I know in South Jersey, a lot of people were having the big C because the children were coming out with autism. And why? Because back in the day in New York, the companies that had those chemical companies, right? They were going and dropping the chemical waste in South Jersey, because South Jersey at that time was what? It was just open land, right? It was just land. So now once they start to cultivate the land and build on it, what happened to the waste? It's still in the damn soil. It's in the water, So We don't know these things before the fact, but I'm convinced that it's the environment in America and it's our foods. They didn't spray the food with everything. Everything is sprayed. This is why, like, one of the reasons of me investing in that country in Africa, I was just like, to I wanted to see, okay, let me invest and let me see what it's going to be like. Because eventually I want to buy land. This is why I live the way I live, as far as not spending a lot of money, because I know the things that I want to do is going to cost me quite a bit of money. And I wanted to buy land and live off the land, grow my own food. Well, Uncle Yaya, future husband, said, eat what you grow what you eat. That's what he told the Gambians. They didn't listen to that. I'm not gonna lie, the fireworks, I think, is guns. I know Stella is tripping. I know she is tripping, like, what is that? Because she don't really know the fireworks, right? She New Year's and last time. Look at this. It's a black potato. I don't know what this is. Mr. Mikey. What ear is it? Here, can you see it? He said, Tay, whether you're cooking or being a detective, we love you. I love y'all back. Thank you so much for moderating. Oh, this is purple. Y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna say this is my special pepper. I meant pepper. This is my special potato. Oh, no. I gotta cut. It has there we go. So I'm gonna leave this pretty much the way it is. And then I'm gonna chop these up. I'm about to cut these up. And I'm gonna put them in a container and put them in some water. This is a purple one. I'm gonna put this in aluminum foil, because this one is different. If I put this in here, it's gonna turn all of those purple, and I don't want that to happen. Let me just put it in a bag. But I'm going to rinse these off. I'm gonna cut. I don't need to rinse them off. I just need to cut them. Put some more water in here. I'm gonna cut these up, and then I will be putting them in a container. Where's my other containers? Do I have another one? Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea, Shantae. Okay, so let's put these in here. I didn't forget about you all. I did start editing the video that was taken down. I did start editing it. It's going to be about 20. Oh, I lost the potato. It's going to be about 20 to 30 minutes each video. It depends on the point that I'm making, right? But it'll be about 15 to 20 minutes per video. So that way y'all won't be sitting there for a long time watching the videos. But I'm just going to edit it because it was the address, right? And YouTube did give me a chance to fix it. And I am going to say, I made a mistake and show the address. Or what? I might just ignore it and just upload the other ones, right? I didn't get a strike on my channel for it because they were like, people do make mistakes. So I didn't get a strike, but I didn't forget about you all. I told you all I have 8 days. I have 8 days left for school. 2 weeks, but technically 8 days. And then we have 2 exams and 3 quizzes. So that's 5 things. So we're going to literally have 3 days where we have lessons. This is going to be crazy, right? Yeah. It's going to be crazy. But after I finish cooking, I need to listen to a few lectures because these lectures are like an hour long. Some of them are an hour long. But I try to get ahead with the lectures, and just because we're getting graded on listening to them. So I'll listen to them. I'll do the lesson. I'll go to class, do the lecture, listen to the professor, and then it'll make sense a little bit more to me. Where are the other potatoes? Is this the only bowl? Okay. I thought I had 2 bowls. Okay. But I'm proud of you all. You know, y'all come and y'all tell me I'm working out, I'm doing this. You know, I hit my weight loss goal. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, right? Because I feel like this is what humanity is about, encouraging each other to live in a high vibrations, not like the people I'm fighting or whatever. No, that's not what we should be doing. But I will hold someone accountable and then get back to who I am. I always fought for the underdog. That's not going to change. That's not going to change. Okay. All right. So now let's chop these up. Okay. Um, Kim H2, what up? What it do? In Delaware, the cancer rate used to be high with chemical plants from the family that starts with a D. Shoot, who's the family that starts with a D? Um, Sis, I don't know. I don't know who that family is. My I know people that live in Delaware. I think they're in Wilmington or Dover, Delaware. And you know, this is what happens. We don't know what happened to in the land before we got there, and then next thing you know, the rates are high, and we don't know why, right? So I'm gonna cut these in fours. Now I am gonna cut these. I could just put them in there, but I could use, oh shoot, don't fall. I could just use this. Oh, this heavy. I could use this, but then I would have to take these out and all this other stuff. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to slice them and dice them right here while I'm talking to you all. Oh, got you. Got you. The DuPont family. It's, you know, and it's so sad, right? This is what me and my friend was talking about the other day about these corporations and how they're not being regulated. Right? This is why when people say, well, Shantae, why are you always suing? Because a lot of times for these rich people, that's the only thing that they value is their money. So when there is a lawsuit, I told you I'm hot. If there is a lawsuit on the books, no. They're like, oh, hell no. Okay, we got to fix this, right? Or if someone passes away, then it's like, oh, we have to fix this because the courts are making them are holding them accountable, and it shouldn't be like that. And a lot of times, like I said, we only have control over certain things. Y'all, I'm sweating. Where's my towel? We only have control over certain things. So I can't control these companies. I'm just like, all right, this is what they do. They're richer than I am. The government can only hold them accountable. The government not holding them accountable. Okay, so what can I do? Not eat their food, not buy their products. This is why boycotting is so powerful, right? Because the people that control this world are all about money, 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 money. They don't care about the people. Some people really don't care about humans. They're just about, I want the bottom dollar, money. I want my money. I want more money. I want more money. I want money. I want more money. Right? So what do? Make sure you all drink your water. We suffer. So eating right and exercising and eating plant-based meals, and if you can grow some of your food or go to farmers markets, or like I live out here in the boonies, right? There are a lot of people that have farms. Be friends with some people that have chickens. You want to eat eggs? Okay. Oh, can I come and work on? I'm not above working for food, y'all. I am not above that. I wish I can go and work for some food, um, and even go to some of these people that have horse farms, right? Horse, the therapy. Can I come and you teach me how to do some things? Like, you want me to brush the horse? You want me to feed the horse? I wouldn't mind doing that. Just helping, right? They getting free labor, but I'm getting something in return as well. If someone had a garden and they had a big garden, hey, will you come and work in? I'll come and work in your garden. I used to do that in New Jersey. And why? Because I walked home, I left with fresh produce, stuff that I know that I helped to grow. Someone said, so true. Uncle says soursop, apricot kernels. This is RH. Turmeric, ginger. Make your own alkaline water. Add lemon and baking soda. Someone just told me, oh, my professor, he's from Pakistan, and he was talking about how they put the lemon, water, ginger, um, and they were making. And he was like, that's one of the their their special drinks. That's one of the country's drinks. And I was like, you just made some and mint. I was like, you just made some bougie lemonade, right? But that's what we have to do. I love my Epic water filter. I alkaline in my water is better, but I use moringa straight from West Africa, right? So that is alkaline in my body, right? So we have to make those changes ourselves, because these companies are not about keeping us alive. The doctors and the pharmaceutical companies is your doctor's office is called a practice. So they practicing on us. The pharmaceutical reps are legalized drug dealers. So they lock up the other drug dealers for the class whatever drugs, but some of these prescription drugs are in the same class. But it's just like, oh, well, we can, we'll give you this. They bring lunch to them. What are you doing? How is that not effing bribery? Right? So I know in Jersey a while ago, they made the pharmaceutical representatives, they stopped them from being able to bring lunch, but they still did it. There were still some doctors' offices that they still came to, and they get, because they're pushing their drugs. And those drug reps make a lot of money. Am I still on? Yes, they make a lot of money. But I would love to I would love to have a soursop tree. I would, because those things at those, they know that those the properties that soursop gives, so they tend to be more expensive, right? Whole Foods, they tend to be more expensive. But if I could get a soursop tree in my yard, I'm good to go. Because I'm going to buy some land. I'm just going to buy my land here, y'all. I'm buying land here, right here in Arizona. I'm not going to Africa. I don't want any parts of that. Especially, y'all heard about what's going on in Gambia? Man, people are getting stabbed once a week. Every week, somebody getting stabbed. The Gambians are talking about bring back the DP. I said, damn. I guarantee you, what did Uncle Yaya say? He said, y'all did this to me. Y'all kicking me out. You're going to be looking for me in the daytime with a flashlight. And they are. They are. People are getting, somebody got stabbed for less than, it was $6 at exchange rate of $72. It was $6.94. Can you imagine someone losing their life for $6.94? $6.94. Get in a hot tub, use borax or Epsom salt, add baking soda, get in, soak for 20 minutes. Yes. So I have my Epsom salt. I should do that this weekend. I should do that tomorrow. I think that's what I'm gonna do. clean my bathtub because I've been taking a shower. I just cleaned it today, but I can't, even if I clean it and I take a shower and I only take one shower, in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's dirty. I got to clean it. I don't know. That's just the way my brain works, right? Clean my bathtub, put my candle there, and call my fake husband. I'm in the bathtub. Let me stop. But and just, I do, because I've been hitting the gym hard and I haven't been going to the sauna. But I'm going to start going back to LA Fitness just for the sauna. I might still go to Zumba on the days that they have it. I think it's Sunday. No. I don't know, because some of them Zumba people they messy as hell. They just some of these women are just so insecure, and they gotta be in a group. And because I'm like, look, I am who I am. I don't need anybody to justify who I am, because these people are not going to live with me. They're not going to die with me. And I don't know, some of the women there, they're just not like that. So if one person doesn't like me, it's like, oh, all of us, many of them don't like me. And I'm like, I don't care about you, Ninja. Why should I care about you? And I'm like, what are we, 15? Is this high? Is this middle school? It's just so weird. And these people are, 50, 60. I never understand that. I never understand that. But I've always been a lone wolf. I don't know. I've always been a lone wolf. That's just who I've always been. I'm growing beefsteak tomatoes and edamame. Yes, rare beans and rice. I may start some cucumbers and bell peppers. I so want to grow things. I just don't know if I have the time. But I'm gonna have to try. But I also don't know how to, like, when I'm gardening, I'm gardening with someone else. But what I did do at the school, they have a garden at the school, and I took a picture of, it was saying when to grow things, what to grow, what time of the year. I was like, this is excellent. Sure did take a picture. I took a picture. So that way I will know the seasons of growing things. And I think I did buy some more seeds. I bought some more seeds. I had some people had brought me some seeds over to the Gambia when I was there. I gave some to, when I left, I gave some. Juliet was like, oh, can I get some seeds? Now, y'all know her fat ass. God forgive me. Y'all know that Juliet wasn't growing anything, right? She barely wanted to pick up a broom. Like, it was weird. They just get up from the dining room table, just get up and just leave their plates there. And y'all know we Black Americans, we're like, let me look at the camera. We're like, hold on. Good night, Kim. Who said good night? Good night. Love y'all. Take care. Good night, RH. Have a good one. Get your rest. Go get your rest, sister. I was looking like, when they got up and they left, I was like, wait, hold on. So no one's gonna put their dishes away? You're just gonna leave this on the table? Don't you know you're gonna have roaches? It's so weird. So weird, but and then when I came back, they had roaches. I was sitting in the dining room, a mouse. I'm like, I don't do mice, y'all. I don't do mice. So, but she wanted some seeds, and then I gave some to Spicy Tasty Vegan and things like that, because I know that they were growing a lot of things. But I do want to start growing things. I need to educate myself before I start doing it. And I don't want a bunch of stuff in my backyard, right? My handyman came over and he saw that I put the tent up, and he was like, oh, the backyard looks nice. I said, it's not done. It's still not done. He said, it looks bigger now since I was like, yeah, it's a nice size space. I thought, when I got when I looked at the model home for this, they were just like, the backyard was bigger. And I was telling, because I showed Miss L my home, and I was going to get her to help me decorate, but I changed my mind. So I told her, and she was like, you know what? That's a nice size yard. The bigger the yard, the more you're going to have to clean, the more you're going to have to do to it. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So I realized that it is a perfect size backyard for me. Now, look at this, y'all. These are a lot of potatoes, right? These are a lot of potatoes. I might freeze some. I think, can I freeze potatoes? I'm going to have to ask ChatGPT or Google it if I could freeze potatoes. I think I can. I think I could freeze potatoes. But I'm going to have to freeze some because I can't cook all of these. So I have the fried potatoes and onions that I'm going to make. I'm going to make that. It's 8:30. I'm going to make that tonight. I'm going to make the salad. Am I going to make them fried potatoes and onions tonight? Yes, because I can't just put all these containers in the refrigerator with water. So I'll make the fried. It won't take me long. I'll probably be up to about 11:30. So I'll make the fried potatoes and onions tonight. Let me see if I can see. Let me take y'all outside. Let's see if we can see some fireworks because I'm hearing them. So let's see if we can see them. Where is this? This is sitting here. Well, that's a helicopter. I hear them. No, that's probably a mountain. That's too far. And it's cloudy out this piece. Okay, so I hear you over on this side. Let's see. I can't see SHIT, y'all. I hear it. I hear it over there. No, we're not seeing anything. It's okay. We are not seeing anything. It's all right. There's nothing I can do. I need to cook. And this woman, she was making some Italian food. I was like, oh my God, that's probably going to be so delicious. But I was like, I got to cook. I have to cook. I have my therapy session at 4 p.m. I couldn't do it. And sometimes I have to say no to things because I have to adult. Right? I have to adult. I just can't, because I know that if I don't cook, I'm going to be eating out. And that's not going to be healthy for me. So I think I'm going to freeze some of these potatoes. Can I freeze potatoes, y'all? Can I freeze potatoes? If I can, I'm going to freeze some of these potatoes. I'm making fried potatoes and onions tonight. I know sometimes people call them smothered potatoes. I will be making that tonight. And these potatoes will be in, I'm going to put them, I'm going to grill potatoes, carrots, some of the shake from the broccoli. Remember the stem broccoli that I made? I'm going to take that and put that in there. I might, and then at when everything is almost done, I'm gonna put the potatoes and the carrots in there first, and let that cook as much as it needs to cook. And then the last thing I'm going to put in is the broccoli, because that's not going to take long. And then I'm going to put in some green beans, and it's just going to be like roasted vegetables, well, grilled vegetables, but they're just going to be in the aluminum foil. I'm not going to, let me just slice these. And then I'll just put these in with the yellow potatoes and just put this with the fried potatoes and onions. Fried potatoes and onions, they don't take a long time to cook. And then because I have salad, I can take a few fried potatoes and onions, a little bit of that, and then I can have the salad, and that will be lunch. I can eat potatoes here and there. I cannot eat rice all the time. If I eat rice, oh, thank you, Rare Beans and Rice. Freezing raw potatoes is not recommended because their high water content causes the cell walls to burst during the freezing process. Once thawed, they will turn mushy, gray, or black. To successfully freeze potatoes, you must first blanch or cook them. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Okay. So I guess I will be grilling the hell out of these potatoes. So what I may do is I'll grill quite a bit of them, and then I may roast some. I could roast some and put them in the Ninja air fryer. So I'll make some roasted potatoes. I should have gave some of these away, but it's okay. I can roast some and then I'll freeze those. And then I might make some mashed potatoes. I might so sometimes I cook stuff and I will tell my handyman, "Hey, I got some food. Come over and get a plate." Right? And he eats pretty much everything. Now he's like, "I need meat." I'm like, "Well, I'll give you the sides. You can go and buy the meat because I'm not buying meat to cook. I don't eat meat, so I'm not buying meat. Meat is expensive, right? But I might make him a nice big hungry man potatoes. I'm like, I have some potatoes, come and get some, and then he could just have his own meat or whatever. So, but I'm gonna cook them. I'll roast them. I'll do all that tomorrow. Oh, we're almost there. Whew, okay. But these will just be they're just going to stay in the water tonight. I'm gonna rinse them. I'm going to make some fresh water, draw some fresh water, and they're just going to be in the water tonight because I'm not cooking these tonight. I'm not cooking on the grill. It's 8:36. But like I said, I will make the fried potatoes and onions tonight, this evening. And tomorrow I'm gonna fire up that grill. Now, I don't know how that's gonna work out, y'all. I have the charcoal that where you don't need any I have the charcoal where you don't need any lighter fluid, right? What I do is I go out and I get little sticks and I arrange the charcoal with the sticks, right? And I don't get little sticks. I get like if there's some branches out there, not big branches, you know what I mean, y'all, but where they're thick. I get thick branches so that way once those branches start smoldering, it's going to keep the charcoal going, right? And and I don't have a big grill. I don't have a large grill. It's a tabletop grill. I'm going to put it on. I feel like bugs are coming in since I have the lights on. I normally don't have all these lights on because I keep the doors and the windows open for fresh air. Well, the window, because y'all know my living room windows don't open, which is the weirdest shit in the world. But I guess I can't have everything. I got natural light in the backyard. They were like, you can't have a crossbreed. Your living room windows don't open. Oh God. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to bake the fish, but I am going to cut up the cantaloupe tonight because I do want a piece of cantaloupe. I'm gonna have me a little fruit salad tonight. I might have that because I haven't eaten dinner, right? I should just make a protein shake. My friend was like, my little sister was like, so yeah, I just drink one of the Ensure protein shakes. I'm like, damn, I should make me a protein shake. But I want a salad. My body is craving fruits and vegetables because I put the wrong thing in it. So me eating fruits and vegetables is what's going to push everything out. Sorry, y'all, for y'all that have a weak stomach or something. But my body is craving fruits and vegetables. So it's late and I don't want to eat this late, but I know I took a power nap, so I'm going to be up a little bit later. So it's okay. I don't have to be at class till 2 tomorrow. The instructor fell on Friday. I said, oh my God. But she's okay. I felt so bad. I was like, dude, you need me to carry you out? She was like, Shantae. I was like, I'm sorry. You know, I love you. I love you. Now, I didn't want to say, we can't lose you. I love your class. I didn't want to say that, right? It's not all about me. But no, we were definitely worried about her. But she said that she had twisted her ankle a couple months ago. So, but it wasn't like her ankle went out. It was just she missed a step. It was the step aerobic. She missed a step. So I hope she's okay tomorrow. And I'm just gonna, when I get there tomorrow, I'm just gonna tell her, like, look, it's hard to do step. You're doing what we're doing. You're calling out the step before, right? The next step before. Like, I don't, these people are absolutely amazing to be able to do this. Oh, shoot, Shantae. You didn't even make the daggone black beans. All right. I might do that tonight as well. Since I have everything, I just got to cut up the onions and put that in a pot and let that just go ahead and cook. Not cook, because the beans are already cooked. Just simmer. Oh, I have 2 more potatoes to go, y'all. She got to be careful. I was just like, oh my God. So now what made me a little nervous was she was like, you know, maybe I'm just getting older, my brain. She was like, it's hard to, so she's calling out, like, if she's like 3 knees, you know, across, but she's doing the steps with us, right? And she was like, I can't, it's hard for me to say this, do the step. I'm like, and I told her, I said, I commend you all for this, because I wouldn't be able to do all that talking and still do the exercise. Like, they're amazing. Their classes be packed. Like, she just, the I step class was so packed before, and I couldn't, because it was during the week, I couldn't get to it at the time. The time just didn't work with my schedule. So, but those classes was packed. If I did have a day off and I can get in, please. If I don't get there at 7:50, it was over. She was like, oh, Shantae, the class is full. I said, damn. So they added another class on Sunday from a different woman. And at first, like, she was just learning, but she's a pro now. I'm like, damn, I like your class as much as I like the other woman's class. But I'm going to suggest to her, you know, you can, and I don't know if she would do this, but I am going to suggest to her, like, you know, if you need a break, right? And she's high impact. She going across, she doing the extra knee, right? She doing a lot. But we know the steps. We know the steps. So if it's like, oh, you know, you need to take a break, just call out the steps to us. We know what to do, you know? But it's just when you are an instructor, they give us so much energy, and it takes a lot out of them. And I'm not gonna lie, I was worried about her. The first time I took her class was a yoga class. Now when I see her doing step on Sundays, the class was packed. I was able to hop into her class on Friday. I was like, ooh, yes. And the choreography is the same for 6 weeks. And then she changes the choreography. And Friday was the first day that she changed the choreography. And we caught on very quickly. And we were doing the last round, because like Shield is 1, then it's 2, then it's 3, then it's 4, then it's 5. She's like, all right, we're gonna put it all together, right? And I felt so bad for her. I was like, no, I'm so sorry, you know. And one of the young girls, she went and got her an ice pack, and she put it on her ankle, and she was like, you know, it's not that bad, guys. It's not that bad. And I was like, okay, you know. But I felt really bad. And I told her, I said, you know, I said, just know, a lot of times when we fall, our pride is hurt more than our body. And she was like, yeah. And she was like, you know, it is embarrassing for the instructor to fall. And I told her, I said, guess what? You're human. She started laughing. You know, because a lot of times we think, I don't know, sometimes we really do think we're superhuman. Okay. All right. So I'm just getting these potatoes together so I can do the fried potatoes and onions. I just wanted to rinse them one more time. You know, too little, too late. I always say, are you cleaning the turkey? Because you know, I'll be cleaning food over and over and over and over. Okay. So I hope everything, but you know, she walked out. She said her ankle wasn't hurting. It's just that she missed a step and she fell. And her ankle was hurting at first a little bit, but then by the time everything was done and over with, her ankle wasn't hurting. She walked out with her sneakers on. So I was like, well, that's good. I'm telling you, I have never seen so many supportive people in my life. And we are all of all different walks of life. Now, yes, there are some people in the gym that are just, you know, just old and miserable. Like this woman that went to Cuba with me. Um, I brought her to Cuba with me, right? She's half Cuban, half Puerto Rican. She was 70 at that time. She had just retired from the DMV, right? I thought she was nice. She talks like a little mouse, right? But I thought she was nice until we got to Miami and her daughter was like, she was like, you went on vacation with my mom? Don't you know she crazy? I was like, oh my God. No, I did not know she was crazy. We went to Miami. Her brother had just moved here. He didn't really talk to her, but he had just moved here to Tucson. He was staying with her and he had a storage. I was like, I'll help you all. I'm not lifting anything super heavy. I said, but I'll help you organize it and clean it out. I didn't have to do that. I could have got on a plane in LA and because you know we could leave from different parts of the country. I could have got on a plane in LA and went to directly to Cuba, right? Or flew to Miami or whatever. I didn't have to stop. I did that for her, right? I thought she was a nice person. This woman was crazy as F. Now we're in Miami at a Walmart and don't nobody speak any English. And I'm like, hold on. This is not a mom and pop store. How in the hell is there a Walmart where no one speaks English? That's not right. This is a corporation. That's not right. All right, what am I doing now? Cutting up the onions. Where's my onions? Where are the onions? Right here. Okay. That wasn't right. And so we go to Cuba. We leave Miami. We go to Cuba, right? Now, before we even got there, I told y'all I went to. Okay, this bag is getting on my nerves. It won't open. Um, when we were in Miami, we were about to get on a plane, and I told her the different things that she needs, but I don't think this woman ever traveled. So she brings this big thing of lotion, and I'm like, you can't bring that. I said, you remember I showed you that you need to get this and blah, blah, blah. So we go to Dollar General, right? I'm driving a rental car because this woman can't drive. And I'm like, I'm not trying to die in Miami. So I'm driving a rental car and I say, you know, we go into Dollar General and she's like, you know, I greet the people at the desk in Spanish, right? Hola, ¿cómo está usted? Buenas noches, right? Um, you know, ¿dónde está el baño? Like, so I showed her that the woman at the register, a Spanish woman, Latin woman, was already arguing with a black person. The person wasn't a black American, they were a foreigner. So I don't know if they were continental African. They looked like continental Africans. So she was already like being rude to her. And I said, Shantae, mind your business. Just keep walking, right? Just go and do what you gotta do. This is none of your business. So but I should have known that this woman was on some BS with the way she was talking to her. So I show the woman, Maria, where the travel containers are. And then I have to go to the bathroom. So I see the manager and I say, you know, hola, you know, I greet him and I'm like, ¿Dónde está el baño? Where's the bathroom? So he points to where it is. Okay. I go. He doesn't tell me that I need a key because some of these Latin people are racist and you're in my damn country, right? If ICE was available then, I probably would have called ICE right then and there. I swear to God, I would have. Because what they did to me, I was so mad. I was so angry. Um, they so I'm like, I go to the bathroom, it's locked. Okay. So I go and I ask her, where's the key? She was like, she gives me the key. Okay. I go, I use the bathroom. Um, and I leave. I didn't leave. I was like, Maria, you ready? She was like, yeah. So we leave. I don't think Maria bought anything. I don't think she bought anything. I think she's a little slow, honestly. So we get to the car. I'm opening the driver's side door. She's on the passenger side. They come running out. I don't speak fluent Spanish. So I said, Maria, what did they say? So she was like, ¿Qué pasó? And she was like, they said you stole something. I said, what? I closed that door, walked back, proceeded to walk right in the store, open the door. The camera's right there, and I start dumping my bag, and I proceeded to curse them out. I did. And I'm just like, I said, B, you work here. Blah, 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 blah. I just ran down me. Oh, it's okay. I said, no, it's not okay. Right? So now I'm mad because they said that they were going to call the police. This was the time in Florida. I've never wanted to go to Florida, y'all. I've never, ever wanted to go to Florida, but I decided to go to help her out. So fast forward, we go to, and my phone was dying. So I call my mom. I'm crying. I'm like, these people, they said this, because what if they would have called the police and the police see me and I'm black and you decide I want to shoot before I say anything? Because I mean, it's not like that wasn't happening at that time. So I go back. We go back to the Airbnb. I'm not going anywhere. I got food delivered. I'm not going anywhere until it's time for us to leave this shithole city and go to Cuba. Right? So we get to Cuba. Now, when we are in Miami, Maria's around all of her people, right? Latin people, which is fine. I wasn't uncomfortable until they started being racist towards me, right? I'm not uncomfortable around Latin people. They may think I'm stupid until I start speaking their language, and now they're enamored. Oh my God, you speak it so fluently. I'm like, I'm not fluent. Your pronunciation is perfect. What do y'all think, we're fucking stupid? Black women are the most educated women on the planet. What are you talking about? I don't understand. People need to stop looking at TV and social media and thinking they know everybody. Because like I said, we can totally judge other nations as well, other nationalities as well, based off of what we see on TV. We can do the same thing. But I'm not ignorant enough to do that. So we get there to Miami, and I went with a group that was a bunch of Black people, right? The people that ran it, the woman and her boyfriend that ran it, are African Americans. And everybody that went, we were from different parts, different ages. We were all African American, of all different shades and ages, but we were all African American. We get there, and we get to our guest house, and we room together. I didn't know she was crazy. We roomed together. And she's like, oh, are you happy to be around your people now? And I'm like, Maria, I didn't say that when we were in Miami and people were being racist towards me. I said, was someone rude to you? No. I said, then why do you have an attitude? Y'all, she was sitting, she's really short, right? If she's 5 feet. She's sitting on the bed and she's stomping her feet. I was like, oh my God, this woman is crazy as hell. I guess the daughter was right. She had multiple tantrums while we were in Cuba. The one time, because, Cuba, they don't have any greens, right? Collard greens, kale. No. Like, they knew that I didn't eat that I needed, that I was a strict pescatarian. I made sure of that. I made sure I told her that. I made sure I told her I need a fan to sleep, right? I'm paying $3,000 for this trip. So she found me a fan. This is what people actually do when they do tours, not what Phoenix was doing, right? So she found me a fan. She made sure when they booked places for us to go and eat, it was places that had fish. They had other stuff, but they had fish. So that way I can eat as well. So when it came to the salads, they were just giving us cabbage and carrots. And I was just tired. I'm like, okay, I can't eat a bunch of cabbage. Y'all don't have any greens? So I got a few salads, but their salads consisted of cabbage and carrots. And I was just like, well, this is weird, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to eat a pizza and I'm going to have a Pepsi. I don't know why the hell I did that. I saw the black woman, the older black woman, Miss Linda. I was like, I'm going to eat this. Oh, once I saw the roach crawling on the wall, I should have said, I don't want ish, right? We had already eaten. But I think what they did was, if this is a restaurant, your ice should be imported. You should not be giving me regular ice that y'all drink, because I can't drink your damn water. But I think they gave me regular ice. Gave my little black ass regular ice, and I got sick. So now I got Banjul belly. Not Banjul belly. If y'all been to Gambia, y'all know what that is. But basically, my stomach is upset. I didn't eat the wrong thing, and my stomach is upset. I can't keep anything down. We were in a van. We were driving. I was like, y'all got to pull over. I got up. They pulled over under the underpass. I'm like, oh, God. So when they went to the place to make the cigars, I could not. I was like, how long are we going to be in the vehicle? They was like, for about 4 hours. I was like, I can't go. So I didn't go. They went to go. They were smoking cigars. I didn't really want to do that anyway. Right. But it's Havana, right? It's Cuba. So, they were smoking cigars, whatever. Now, what I didn't know is Maria went with them, right? Now, one of the younger black girls that's about my age or a little bit younger, she was like, she said, Shantae, why are you traveling with this old woman? I was like, well, she's Cuban, right? Her mom died. The mom left her some money. So when she heard I was going to Cuba, she was like, oh, I would like to go. I didn't know she was crazy. She said, Shantae, every time you walk away, this woman is talking about you. I said, I'll be damned, right? So Maria loses her phone in Cuba. God don't like ugly, does he? He ain't too fond of the beautiful. She lost her phone. I asked the woman, like the person that was running it, like, how much would it be for me to get a different room? It was a ridiculous price. I was like, okay, I'll stay in this room. That's fine. So it was just very uncomfortable. This is why sometimes I like to travel by myself, because I've had really bad experiences with traveling with people. And I don't understand what the hell be wrong with people. They need to stay there behind at home if they are mentally unstable, right? Don't succumb other people to your nonsense. That's not right. So she, like I told you, she had multiple breakdowns and tantrums. Are you 70 years old, sitting on the bed and stomping your feet? I'm like, this is just absolutely insane. Like, I had to have a serious conversation with her. She wouldn't talk, so she just got an attitude. But I'm like, Maria, this is not right. You did not act like this in the States. So anyway, she loses her phone, and they go out to dinner, and I couldn't go, right? I was still sick. So they go out to dinner, and they're like, she asked them, can I use your phone? I lost my phone, right? Y'all know black people can talk some ish. We can talk some ish, right? Especially when they saw how she was treating me. They was like, this girl nice as hell. They treating her like this, right? Why is this old woman treating her like this? So she said, one of the girls said to her, they was like, well, you're traveling with Shantae. Like, she'll let you use her phone. She was like, no, she probably won't let me use it. And the woman that asked me, the young lady that said, "Why are you traveling? Why did you bring this old woman?" She said to, I heard that she said to the girl, she said to Maria, like, um, well, maybe it's because you keep talking about her, right? So I'm making a salad now, y'all. So maybe it's because you keep talking about her. So Maria didn't say anything. I don't think Maria talked to her for the rest of the trip. Now she mad as hell with her, right? But we get back to Miami, right? I pay for the hotel. So I go, I don't want to be, now we're in America. I don't have to deal with your ass. I don't have to deal with you. We're staying here until the flight leaves tomorrow morning. I don't have to deal with you. So y'all know if there's a pool somewhere, my ass is always somewhere trying to swim. So I took my phone, I took my professional camera, and I went to the pool. I left the camera bag upstairs. When I got home, one of the camera, like I had my Canon camera, so the battery was in it, but the extra one wasn't. And I know she did something with my bag, my camera, the battery. I know she did something with it. So now we get back to America, right? Because I told her, you can go, oh, I need to call them. I said, Maria, you can go talk to the front desk. Like this woman, I don't even know how she got to the age of 70. She didn't know how to do shit. I said, go talk to the front desk and tell them that you need to call the 800 number to Verizon, right? You want to be mean and nasty to me, but you don't even know how to effing maneuver. So I guess she went and she talked to them, whatever. So she was on the phone. And I went outside to the pool, whatever. I ate there, right? They had a restaurant, so I ate there. I didn't have to deal with her ass at all. So we get back to America, not America. We get back to here, Tucson. And okay, let me see. I gotta cut up this cucumber. We get back to Tucson, right? We go to the same gym. So if she was in Zumba before I got there, do you know that she would leave? She would leave. She could not. And I'm just like, ma'am, you the one that treated me like SHIT. If she was in Zumba and I walked in, she would she would leave. She would get her stuff and she'll leave. And I just laughed. I was like, and then I was ignorant because she was my friend on Facebook, right? So I'm like, darkness can't withstand light. Darkness can't withstand light. And so I really have an issue with traveling with people now because I don't know what the hell is wrong with people. And I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with these psycho crazy damn people. So Friday, I was able to hop into Zumba and I'm making the fried potatoes and onions now. And I'm going to use I'm going to use this whole onion because I do have a lot of potatoes. So Friday, I hop into Zumba, but I got there late, right? I had something to do and I ended up getting out the house late. So I got there late and it was packed. I was like, damn it. So now I'm like, oh, where am I going to be? Right. And it wasn't really too many pockets, like little holes, like, cause I don't need a lot of space to dance. I know how to do Zumba, so I can stay within my little box. I don't need a lot of space. But what's funny is being a Black person here, even in New Jersey, if there are a bunch of others, whether it's Latin people or Spanish people or whatever, Latin people or white people, and they're at the pool, as soon as I come, sooner or later, they're leaving. I'm like, I don't give a damn. Thank you. I want the whole damn pool to myself anyway, right? I don't care. So, and it's like that in the gym sometime, right? People would just start moving. I don't know. I'm like, well, thank you. Give me all the damn space. I appreciate it. So it really wasn't any space. So what I did was, I was like, okay. Oh, I need salt and pepper. I was like, okay, there was space in the front beside the instructor, right? But it was in front of Maria. So I said to one of the women, because when my car broke down, one of the women, Miss Linda, was like, she was like, I will take you home. I was like, no, it's okay. I can walk, right? I have to go to the school and get some stuff done. Don't worry about it. She was like, you sure? She said, I will take you home, but Maria's riding with me, and I don't think that's gonna, I don't think that's gonna be good. I said, Miss Linda, it's fine, right? I went to Cuba, I think, in 2018. The fact that Maria is still holding a grudge, B, I didn't do anything to you. But her daughter doesn't like her. Her brother doesn't really like her, right? Nobody likes this woman because she's miserable. You will see her in Zumba dancing. She got her head down. She's just miserable. Just fucking miserable. I'm like, ma'am, you are 70 some odd years old. What's wrong with you? Go see a damn therapist. I'm so happy that the people that know that they have some issues and they don't want to keep that with them and they go see a therapist. Shout out to you all. Shout out to us. Because some people just won't go see a therapist and they just be broken and then they miserable and they want everybody else to be miserable with them. So I said to Miss Linda, I said, do you think it'd be a problem if I go up front? Maria's up there. She was like, no, right? Maria moved back. She started talking to some other woman that just started going to the gym. And I'm like, bitch, you don't know me. I've been going to this gym for 10 years. Why do you think all the instructors know me? I've been going here. Why do you think the front desk know me? I've been going here for forever. I've been here longer than some of the people, some of the new people that work there. So now the woman, now I asked when I put once they finished the warm up, I asked the instructor. The instructor's nice to me now. I think some people think that I am an Oreo, that I want to be someone else. I'm comfortable in this brown skin, boo. So she tried to insult me before, the instructor, but now she came around. I don't know if her husband said something to her. One day I was taking a class. I was taking Sprint 8 on the elliptical, and this handsome Spanish dude was beside me on the elliptical. Now, I wasn't trying. I ain't trying to talk to the dude, right? I just noticed he was handsome, right? He was a handsome man. And he saw me after the what's the name class was over, because it's only 20 minutes, Sprint 8 elliptical. When I got off and I was dancing, right? I had music in my ear. I was dancing, and he was like, "Oh, you like to dance? You should take the Zumba class, right?" And I was like, "Oh no, the instructor, she doesn't like me, so I don't even go in." So he was like, "Oh." Now what I didn't know was that was his wife. That was her husband. I didn't know that. I ain't never seen that man a day in my life. Damn it, I didn't drop the potato. So I don't know if he ever said anything to her. I don't know. But she started like, you're going to see me in your Zumba class. I don't care. I like your playlist. I never done anything to you. You know, sometimes these older people be trying to exclude young people. And I'm like, I'm not that person. Maybe some other black people around here, love the others more than they love themselves. I can love other people, but I love myself more. And you're not going to treat me wrong. That's not going to happen. So I think one time she had surgery or something, and I think it was her birthday, and we were all at the front desk, and they was like, "Oh, happy birthday," right? And he was looking at me. He was looking me right in my eyeballs. Now, if I was a slutbag whore, I would have tried to holler at him, but I'm not, right? But he was looking me right in my eyes, and I was like, "Oh, cuántos años," right? Which means, how many years do you have? How old are you? And he was like, 66. I said, 76. He said, yes. He said, muy bueno, right? Very good. I speak a little Spanish. I know the numbers. So I said to her, I said, feliz cumpleaños. He said, gracias, I will. So now, even whether it was her husband or not, damn, these are a lot of potatoes, y'all. I think I need to cut up another onion. Whether it was her husband or not, what I learned is, okay, let me make sure. Hold on. Okay. It kind of messed up, so I wanted to make sure that I was still here. So I did that. What I learned is it's kind of hard for someone to be mean to someone when everyone in the class loves them. Kind of hard, right? Because then people gonna be looking at them like, well, why are you being mean to her? She's nice to all of us. She's in the back, she minds her business, she just enjoying Zumba, right? So all of a sudden, like one day, the woman has a song where we dance, and just before the song is over, all right, where's the top? Everybody walks around and they give each other high fives, right? So one day she walked over to me and she gave me a high five. I was like, great class, right? I was surprised, y'all. Like, I thought she didn't like me, you know? So ever since then, she has been nice to me. So I was like, oh, great, right? So I asked her, I said, can I come up here and dance beside you, right? Now, there was a young lady, the one I told y'all that went and got the ice pack for the instructor that fell on Friday. She stands beside this instructor. When she was there, I think on Saturday, I think she had covered, the woman had covered for a sub for another person. She stood beside her, right? So I knew that I could stand beside her. I just knew that I couldn't do all the stuff that I normally do because they would be, I could distract the rest of the class. So I was doing everything that she was doing, right? I may put an extra step in there, but I was pretty much doing everything that she was doing. Do you know that Maria's friend that always wear this, I don't know, this woman always wear her mask, fine. She comes up, I guess she thought, oh, don't worry about Maria. I'll be Captain Save You Ho, right? So she decides to come over there and say something to me. She was like, oh, excuse me, the line is here. Bitch, what? No, I didn't say that to her. That's what I said in my mind, right? Bitch, what? I didn't say it to her though. But I said, she was like, the line is here. I looked at her. I said, the instructor said I could stand here, and turned around and kept dancing. So now Maria backs up. Now I got a whole bunch of space in the front left corner. I have a whole bunch of space. They all then backed up. Maria is talking about me to other, right? They not Maria and the woman that I don't even effing know. I don't even know this lady, right? She's talking about me to the other members that are in the class. And I'm like, what is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? Like, I don't understand. This is why I appreciate you all that have some sense, right? My true subscribers that are just like, look, I'm trying to live in my high vibrations. I ain't trying to deal with this nonsense. Because I just, and you all, to the ones that are older that are not about that nonsense, because I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. So now I enjoy myself. I see them behind me. I see them in the mirror because it's a studio. So I see them in the mirror talking to this person. So there's a it's like, it's a Latin song, but basically we're doing the electric slide, right? So this is the time that the instructor, she starts off with the song, and then at a certain point she goes and she gets her she takes the count, she takes the attendance, right, to make sure everybody came, whatever, right? So she's walking around, and then eventually before the song ends, she is back somewhere within the class, and she's doing the steps with us. She doesn't go back to the front until the next song comes on. Do you know the woman that wore the mask kept trying to get this woman's attention and kept pointing at me? And I'm like, These people better be happy that I'm happy and I have my happy endorphins going when I am in the gym. They better be so happy. And I'm not gonna cuss them out because they're just miserable. Now, this woman, because Maria then told her whatever, right? That woman doesn't know what Maria did when we were in Cuba. She has no idea how Maria behaved. But because Maria then told her this lie or whatever she said to her, and because they're both Latin and I'm not, the woman thought that she could treat me any old kind of way. She know now. She tried to talk to the instructor 3 different times. I was surprised. The instructor just ignored her and walked away. I said, oh, okay. So after class, I went to the instructor. I was getting my stuff and I said, I'm sorry that me coming to the front caused issues. I said, no, I said, if I knew that me coming to the front would have been an issue, I wouldn't have came up here. She was like, no, it was no issue with me. It was no issue with me. I said, well, not with you, with some of the people in the class. She said, Shantae, there was no issue with me. I didn't have an issue with you coming up there. I said, thank you. Because I knew what she was saying. Like, they had an issue, that's fine. I didn't have an issue because it's her class. I said, gracias. She said, de nada. And that was the end. And it's just, and so then you see Maria and the other woman in the corner by the bikes, just miserable, just talking. And I'm just like, I don't ever want to be like that, y'all. I don't want to, I want to stay the happy person that I am. Things get hard, life gets hard, but I don't want to be miserable like that when I'm 70. I don't want to be like Phoenix. I don't want to be like these people that are just miserable. I don't want that. I don't want that. So if y'all see me getting miserable, please be like, hey, Tay, you said you don't want to be like that. You better talk to your therapist about this. I guess they didn't realize high school was years ago. They didn't. They did not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have patience for foolishness at my age. I don't entertain it at all. See? And y'all understand. I'm just like, I'm like, okay, all right. Did it kind of bother me while I was dancing? Yes, but her playlist is so fire that I just have so much fun. But it was in the back of my mind because I see these people behind me just talking and pointing fingers, and I'm like, y'all miserable as F. But I can say this. Some of the people at the gym, they feel like they have their own, oh, this is where I dance at every time. So you can't, come on, man. We don't have assigned seats. I guess they do still think it's high school, but I don't know. I left it alone. And you're not going to run me out. I'm back. My knee is better. I put my damn brace on. You're not going to run me out. I love Zumba. But I'm always in the back. I'm always in the back. Y'all see, if I'm recording, y'all always see me recording I'm always in the back because I'll be doing whatever the hell I want to do half the time. Now, yes, I'll be yelling, woo-hoo, me and Gail, woo-hoo. We be having a ball. That's their club. None of them ain't going to the club. I don't even go to the club. I don't go to the bar. That's my club. I go to the gym. And we have a great time dancing salsa, merengue, cumbia, bachata, right? Some little hip hop, little reggaeton. That's what we do. But I was really rubbed the wrong way. And I'm just like, ma'am, this was in 2018. It's been 8 damn years and you still feeling a certain type of way. That's because of what you did. So when I was grabbing my bags, I was like, Maria, she was within earshot. And I was like, I pray I don't ever want to be that miserable. These people are so damn miserable. And I know she knew I was talking to her. But I'm like, ma'am, I don't want to bully you, but you trying to bully me. Get your little ass out of here. Like, what the hell? But let me tell you, she used to work for the DMV. So I guess they had the right person at the DMV because she was miserable as hell. Y'all know we go to the DMV sometimes and people be mean as hell. What in the hell? Okay. Yep. But she not going to run me out because during my lunch break, I run to Zumba. I sure do. I mean, I'll be sweaty all day, but it is what it is. I don't care. That's why when y'all see me on Thursdays, I'll be trying to look cute because during the week, it's the gym. I got to get my walk in. I got to get my steps in. I got to get this weight off of me. That's just where I be. Yeah, you ignore them. Now I'll be wrong if I started. So Maria did this, right? I'll be wrong. So she did this and she did that. Okay, so we have this. What am I cutting up? Okay, so that is cooking. Let's come on. Let me bring y'all back over here. I can't wait to take a shower and go to bed. Let me pull this up, right? So y'all can see me. Okay. All right. Oh, shoot. Am I going to make this tonight? Yes. You said you were going to make the beans. Where's the pot? I need to order some new pots. I still haven't done that. Okay. Okay. I got to rinse these beans. So when I make the beans, y'all, I told y'all, I just put them in the crock pot overnight on low with just salt and pepper. And then, so now they're cooked. Oh man, this is frozen. I didn't want this to fully freeze. Dang, blast it. This is my EG. It's frozen like a mug. Damn. All right, so I'm gonna leave it out. I can't eat this whole thing. Like people be getting the real big ones. This is a medium. So established since 1971. This is pretty much Arizona. Damn. Y'all, this thing is frozen like a mug. Damn it. But I didn't want to, if I put it in the refrigerator, it would turn into slush, right? And it's good. And this is a skinny berry. This is sugar free. I'm gonna leave this out. I want it to thaw out. I want to eat a little bit of that. Okay. So now what are we doing? Let's finish making this real quick. And then, no. I think I should do this. I'm gonna cut up these. Let me rinse these beans because I want them to be able to cool off before I put them in the refrigerator. So I rinse my beans. So this cuts down on the festivo, right? For my Latin people, they know what that is. That is flatulence, right? Gasolina. So it cuts down on that. But I love my black beans, y'all. So I rinse them. So it gets rid of all the white stuff that you see, that film that you see when you're making your beans. And that is what causes the flatulence. So I'll rinse them. And then the onions I just got to cut up a few more onions. I'm going to use the red onions for this. I'm going to use all the red onions for this. God, these beans smell so damn good. And all I did was cook them in salt and pepper. But I have to cook like this. If I don't cook like this, I can't come home and cook every day. My schedule is too crazy. I cannot come home and cook every day. So I have to take the time to go ahead and make multiple meals. And I guess I would do this if I had a family as well. But I'm happy I don't have no family or children and stuff like, because this is, y'all got to cook every damn day. Like, what the hell? Every day you cooking, every day. You don't never have a day off. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Okay, so let me rinse these. My mic's still on? Yes, okay. So I'll rinse these and then I'm going to be I'll cut up the onions. And then I'll put these in a pot, but I'm going to saute the onions. I'm going to put some garlic in there. And I have some carrots. I'm going to put some carrots in there. I'm going to put some of the peppers, but I'm going to put the peppers that's already frozen because I might not get to cutting up the peppers tonight. So I'll put the peppers, the frozen peppers. I'm not making these red potatoes tonight. I did take out some red lentils as well, y'all, because I want to make some red lentils and I want to make it like an Indian dish. The red Indian or Ethiopian. So that makes sense. Ethiopia has some type of other influence as well. Okay. So this is for the fried potatoes and onions. Let me cut this on. Oh, wait. Just put this on about 10, 15 minutes. Well, it's going to take about 20 to 30 minutes for this to cook. So I'll just do 20 minutes and then I'll check it again. So I'm going to cut up these. Oh, who got ice cream? I forgot about my ice cream leftovers all the time. Oh, I forget about my ice cream leftovers all the time. Oh, man, I can't. I put it in the freezer earlier and I should have, I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing about it, EG. Like, I don't know how they keep it slushy, right? Because I know it's in some type of freezer, but I guess it's not, or maybe it's in a refrigerator, but the refrigerator is not super cold where it freezes everything. I don't know, but I knew I had to put mine in the freezer because if I put it in the refrigerator, it wasn't going to be cold enough and it was going to turn into like a smoothie, right? Just watery. I didn't want that, but it's warm in here, so I should be good. Shoot, I don't want to put this in here. But these cucumbers are good. These are good, but I'm still going to do these cucumbers the way I did the other ones to preserve them. Paper towels. And then I would just separate them. Okay. Dante, you can't keep eating all these. So most of them are going in here. Some of them are going in my mouth. I have the spring mix. Y'all remember on the movie Fat Girls? Where Monique had her breakdown? And she was just in the room just eating up everything, right? And she was looking at some TV show, talk show. And the white girl was like, I hate spring mix. Spring mix pisses me off. Every time I buy spring mix or I see it or I think about it, I always think about that part. And she was like, shut up. And she threw something at the TV. But I'm so proud of Monique. Monique was saying skinny bees are evil. She was happy fat. I don't know anyone that's happy fat. That's what people say, especially a woman. I don't know anyone that is happy that is overweight. Even the plus size models, right? Lisa Ray daughter is a plus size model. This girl I follow on, I think YouTube, is a plus size model. And how did I start following her? She was doing a hot yoga class. I don't know anyone that is happy. I love spring mix too, but that was so funny. I don't know any woman that is happy being overweight. A lot of times we say things to try to convince our own selves. Like somebody in the Gambia said to me, oh, I like it dark, right? She was living out in the boonies. She didn't have any lights. It wasn't enough power. I guess she didn't have enough solar power. So she used to just use candles. And she told me, I remember her saying to me, oh, I like it dark. She was lying Because now when I talk to her, when I used to talk to her, all she talks about is, oh, I have these lights, the solar lights. I get up in the middle of the night. I cut this on. I cut the solar generator off. I do this. I do that. But I thought you said you like being in the dark, ma'am. So this is why I say people will say anything to try to convince themselves. But they know it's not true. I did not like, I didn't, if I didn't like the way I looked. There were times where I didn't even want to walk past. There's some times where I put something on and I'm like, oh, I look fat, right? And if I'm talking to, one of my friends or fake husband, they like, right? He doesn't suck his teeth, but he's like, well, I can't see you, so I don't know, what you have on. And I'm like, well, even if you saw me, you're not going to say, oh, yeah, I agree with you. You look fat. So, but I'm grateful that sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, and I have to remind myself, Tay, it's okay. Look at what you have done. Look at the definition in your chest. Look at the definition, you know what I mean, in your arms. Look at you. You could wear these shorts. You couldn't put those shorts on before. Last time you wore those shorts was in 2023. I put them shorts on. I was like, oh, these are too tight, right? And I have to tell myself, hey, we're not breaking ourselves down, right? We're going to be proud of what one of the older guys at the gym said. Be proud of what you have done. Remember what you've done, not what needs to be done. And I have to tell myself that all the time. So, all right, let me stir these. I think, oh wait, you said I've never liked black beans, but love most of the others. Yeah, I think I love all beans. Except for, I don't know, like the pinto beans. I think, did I have some? The northern beans. But I think, I think my other moderator told me, I'm trying not to say her real name. I can't think of her title, the name, something sin, unforgivable sins. There we go. I think she did tell me that if I ate baked beans, then I've eaten northern beans. I think that's what she told me. I love all beans. I don't think there are any beans that I don't like. Okay, what are we doing here? Let me rinse some of these off. Let me rinse some of these off first, and then I'm gonna put some few of these in my mouth. I think I'm gonna be eating very late, and then I'm gonna be mad. But it's okay, because what I'm eating, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not gonna go to bed hungry. I'm not gonna do that. I know some people do that, but I'm not that disciplined to really go to bed hungry. I can't. I ate early at like 1 o'clock. And it was like, okay, you're gonna eat, you're gonna take a nap. I'm like, I'm tired as hell. I'm gonna go take me a nap. Go get me a power nap. And that's what I did. Power tap, 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 tap. I went and took a power nap. So, but like I said, it doesn't really, I'm gonna be up for until about 11 something. So if I eat, at least I will eat. These tomatoes are so good. If I eat, it will be 2 hours, but before I go to bed, but it's all right. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm hungry. I think my mistake. I think they mistake being happy plus size with just loving life. You can love life but hate your size. Wait, let me read that again. I think they mistake being happy plus size with just loving life. You can love life but hate your size. That makes sense. Because Monique always used to say that, and now Monique got her own. She is working out. She got a YouTube channel. She's on Instagram. She goes live on Instagram, and she's doing Monique movements, right? And she loves it. She was making, I think she made some type of eggplant something. And I was like, oh, I'm going to try that. I'm just so proud of her. And she's like, I want to live. She was like, she has children. She wants to live. She has her boys. I don't think she has any girls. She has her children. And she's like, I want to live. And I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. And you can love your life and hate your size. You can love life and hate your size. And that's kind of where I was. Okay, I need the garlic. I did not like my size. But I can change it. That's something that I can change. I still am not, I'm not fully there, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay, so what else are we putting in here? Oh, I need carrots. Now, I think I'm going to put the shredded carrots in because I froze these carrots. I froze these. So I think I'm going to put those in. Let me put the cilantro back in the freezer because refrigerator. Am I making this? Oh, no. I'm making that tonight. I am making that tonight. I am going to organize some of the vegetables and season them and put the cilantro in there. And then the only thing I have to put in there tomorrow is the potatoes. I'm going to do as much prepping tonight that I can. So this is what I'm doing. I can make a little bit more, put a little bit more salad in there, but I'm not. I'm not going to. I'm going to save these carrots though. I need to cut up the peppers. So right now, I cut the stove on. I'm not going to make the red lentils because I'm making enough food. I cut the stove on and I'm about to put everything in here. Let me eat one of these peaches. Yes, girl. Let's cut this up and eat this now. This peach better be sweet, y'all. If it's not, I'm going to curse. All right, here we go. It's nice and ripe. There we go. There we go. And that's what a peach is supposed to taste like. Not like that other peach that didn't taste like SHIT. I need to get all the seasonings out. Don't worry, I'm bringing y'all over. Give me 1 second. Trying to feed my breath. Trying to feed my stomach. Good. Now I went right to Walmart and didn't grab any of these. God, I'm tired. I really need to write some damn I really need to write a grocery list. I'd be like, oh, I remember. I don't remember. SHIT. Okay. So yeah, I did not remember. I'm going to have to, or I might run to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has veggie broth as well. So I might run to Dollar Tree. I need to go and get a card for somebody. So I think I might run to Dollar Tree and just get some more veggie broth. But it will be enough veggie broth. I need to turn this stove down. It will be enough for me to make the black beans tonight. So come on over. Come on over. Come on over, baby. Come on over. Let's turn this down. Okay. Love like the sun. What's up? I did not. You know what? Let's talk about that now. Okay, let me see. I think okay. My husband on a G my husband's my husband is on a GLP-1 and has lost 35 pounds or so. A1C under 6.0 now. Even if he loses a pound 1 week. I tell him how good he's doing. Well, you're a good wife, sister. You are a good wife, right? We feel so much better when we lose weight, y'all. Because, like, even if someone, like you said, they're loving their life, they love life. Even if they love life, well, this is weird. Oh, see, this is why I'm never on this side cooking. This is a weird angle. Um, um, we move better, right? We move around better because, like, even if you're comfortable. All right, I had to pause that because I know sometimes my Roku will be like, "Girl, you ain't paying attention to this." I'm like, "But I am. I'm listening to it. Dang blasted." Um, excuse me. Even if we dress nice, heavy, whatever, we're still uncomfortable, right? Because if a person is too heavy, congratulations to your husband as well. And you know him, the GLP-1 helps. And then once we learn how to eat right, when he comes up off that GLP-1, that is giving him a jump start on how to change his life, making that lifestyle change. So kudos to him and kudos to you, right? And encouraging him. Because, like, damn, this peach is good. Anybody that has lost weight that was heavy, they're like, I'm like, how do you feel? You feel great, don't you? They like, yes. One of the women that taught Zumba today, the one where she was like, I don't like her. I'm like, you ain't gonna talk about my friend to me, okay? You're not gonna talk about her to me. But she was like, she's on a GLP-1 and she's microdosing. And her family wasn't happy with her. Her husband wasn't happy. The daughter wasn't happy. The husband told the daughter was mad at her. The daughter wasn't talking to her. But she said, I can move. She said, she didn't even want to walk past a mirror. She was disgusted with how she looked. And I didn't think she was like, girl, I'm 60 something. I was like, what? I didn't know that. I didn't know. So it's like, I would never knock someone for doing what they need to do for themselves, right? There's a girl that used to live around me. She used to be my neighbor, and she's on a GLP-1, right? She's skinny as ever, slim. But she's also, and I'm proud of her because, like, she used to go to she went walking with me, and she was like, you always going walking. Why don't you tell me? And I'm like, girl, you see that I walk every time. You can call me. The phone works both ways. I'm not going to harass you to work out. If you want to work out, then you can work out. But I think she couldn't stay consistent. Plus, she was drinking, right? Drinking will put weight on you. She was drinking. But one thing, I see her, like, she's always at the gym. I don't see her working out at the gym, but I know she loves pickleball. She loves pickleball, so, but once you lose weight, you can move better. And that's what the instructor was saying. She was like, she wants to pay for me to do the e-gym. It's $10 a month, but it's the initial is like $50. And they know I'm in school. So she was like, I'll pay for it for you. I was like, what? She was like, here. But I think it's because she wants me to be like, she's a therapist, so she works from home. She could create her own schedule. But she's like, she wants to go and lift weights with me. I think that She's going to do Zumba all the time anyway, because we just love Zumba. But she's saying that she wants to lift weights more. She wants to, be more comfortable lifting weights. And I think if she pays for that for me, then she can do it with me, right? I can encourage her because I lift weights too. So I'm like, okay. So if people use it as a jump start, that's fine. Some people use weight loss medication and weight loss surgeries as a get skinny quick. It's not like, you still have to, because if you're not, like, I know someone that got the gastric bypass. He was, oh shit, that sounds like a gun. Scared the crap out of me. He was 600 pounds. And he thought, oh, I'm gonna get skinny, this, that, and the third. But then he was drinking, right? If you get to 600 pounds, then you have an addiction problem. Okay. You have an addiction problem, right? And it went from food to alcohol. He couldn't eat food like that, because if he overate, what happened? If he overate, he's in the bathroom early, right? So now he's drinking. And I mean, he had ulcers, bleeding ulcers, all this crazy nonsense. And the doctor told him, like, if you don't stop drinking, you're gonna die. That's what he told him. And he would drink liquor, right? So I think he stopped drinking, but I think he's dead now. He died. And I do think that he was still drinking up until the time he died. He may not have been drinking as much, but he was still drinking. So like, people that are extremely heavy like he was, they have them going through, if you're going to get the gastric bypass, they also have them going through psychological, they got to go through psych things, evals, have psych evals and stuff like that, because when you're heavy, some people that aren't heavy still have body dysmorphia, right? And when you're that heavy, is the mic still on? Yes. No, the mic's been good, y'all. When you're that heavy and you have weight loss surgery, you tend to lose it very quickly. And that can mess with your brain. So is that dying? Oh wait, what is going on over here? Hold on. I decided to use this type of the shredded carrots, because they were frozen, so they kind of mushy. So I decided to use that in here. I put a lot of vegetables in here this time, though. I don't normally put this many vegetables in my black bean soup, but it's okay. So, now they're saying that the GLP-1 now also, so the woman's husband was very upset. The daughter was upset, this, that, and the third. The daughter wasn't talking to her. So now the husband found out that the GLP-1 is now, they're saying that it's helping with cancer. Right? Now, I always equate things to movies, right? I'm like, oh, shoot. Y'all remember I Am Legend? Holy crap. Right? Got me a little scared. But, they're saying people that are on, I think the older people that are on Medicare are able to, they're about to have, Medicare is about to approve the GLP-1s, and I'm just happy that people can have the opportunity to be healthier in their bodies. That's what I'm happy about, right? And I just pray that everyone that is on it, okay, I'm gonna leave this peach out, because that's one of the peaches that is not sweet. So I'm gonna leave it out and see if it'll ripen. I just pray that People that are on it are still trying to eat right and exercise and using it as a jump start to a lifestyle change, because that's what is mostly needed as a lifestyle change, right? So I'm gonna get back to your comments, y'all. Just give me 1 second. I want to rinse off some cilantro, and I want to throw a few pieces of cilantro in there as well. Yes, I bought some cilantro, y'all. Y'all know I told y'all I put that ish in everything. Okay. I don't want to put the stems in here because this is going to be a soup. I guess I probably could, but I'm not going to. I just want this to, I need to season this too. All right, so let's put some pepper. Let's put some oregano. Y'all know Tay doesn't, I let the ancestors tell me when to stop. Like, okay, that's enough. I'm putting some rosemary in here. Is this rosemary? Yes, crushed rosemary. We're going to put some onion powder. And I'm putting all the seasoning in here because I'm putting quite a bit of beans in here. I'm probably going to fill this up. What is this? This is garlic and herb. And then this is garlic and pepper. Oh, I finally did open this. I don't have a man, so I can eat all that garlic. Okay. Okay, I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. I know I saw some comments up there. Give me 1 second. Let's, oh, shoot. This is heavy. Holy hell, this is heavy as hell. Okay. Okay, maybe I should just pour it. There we go. Oh, did I drop something on the, oh, okay, that's just water. Okay, all right. Now I'm probably going to season it a little bit more. Oh, shoot, girl, you putting all these, oh, just, are they all going to fit in here? Well, shit, just put them all in here then. And then I'll put it all, oh, wait, is this water? Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. I don't want that water to go into it. That's the beans water. I'm going to put them all in here and then just let it cook. And then, all right. Okay. My bad. My bad. It's like, girl, you getting water on the damn stove. All right. My bad. My bad. I'm going to put them all in here and then whatever. What happened to the music? Whatever. And then I'll freeze the rest. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Let me put some of the vegetable broth in there. Let me hurry up because I don't want this to stick to the bottom. Okay. There we go. You heard it. It wasn't sizzling anymore. Dang, I still don't see it coming up. Are you going to use all this veggie broth? I guess so. Oh, I finally see the liquid. Okay. I'm going to put some water in it now. Okay. I'll be right with you all with the comments. Let me just get this together. And then I'll be back sitting down. Oh my God, it's almost 10 o'clock. Jesus, take the wheel. Okay. I think I'm going to cut up the fruit tomorrow. The last thing I'm going to do, because I have to stay up until all of this stuff cooks and cools down before I can put it in the refrigerator. So I'm just gonna let this go ahead, and it's just the vegetables are pretty much just cooking for the beans because the beans is done. They're done. So I don't feel like I'm gonna put. Did I put all the onions in here? No, I'm gonna put all these onions in here because it's not enough onions. I think I'm gonna put some more carrots in here. I want a lot of vegetables. And this is 2 pounds worth of beans. So I'm going to put some more carrots in here and I'm going to put some more onions in here. And it's okay if they're not cooked. They'll cook. They just won't be sauteed. It's fine. Okay. Where are my carrots? And I might put some more peppers in there. The peppers in these beans tasted real good. They were really good. Okay. But I'm just going to use the peppers that I'm cutting up now. I'm not going to take the ones that's frozen. Because I'm going to cut some up. I'm going to freeze some. I'm going to eat some. I'm going to keep some as a snack. Yes, you do need some more seasoning, but it's okay. I like to smell the seasoning. Oh, girl, you ain't put any salt in here. That's what you need to put. I don't think I put any damn salt. I use pink Himalayan sea salt. All right, that should be enough. And let's put the top on it. Oh, well, damn, now I gotta wash that. Oh, that's not the damn top for this. Okay. I gotta make sure I cash in my coins because I know I hit 12,000 steps. I'm gonna wash these dishes before I go to bed. So my kitchen will be, oh, well, that's not even a lid for that, but it's gonna fit today. Okay, let's check these potatoes. Oh man, these potatoes smell good as hell though, y'all. Okay, all right. Okay, you starting to stick. You need a little bit more water in you. Okay. But yeah, so the sister, the woman was saying that her husband didn't want her to be on the GLP-1. But she was like, they don't understand that. She was like, I feel good. I can move around. She was like, I feel more comfortable in my body, you know, because she always worked out. She's an instructor at the gym, right? She teaches Zumba. So I think I put too much water in there. God dang, blasted. Okay. But she just couldn't lose the weight. And now since she's on the GLP-1, because I said, girl, you're looking good. She's like, thank you. And she just decided to tell me, like, yeah, I'm microdosing, I'm on a GLP-1, blah, blah, blah. I was like, girl, whatever it takes for you to hit your fitness goals. But at least she's still doing what she's supposed to be doing. Right? And that's what's most important. Let me put a few more things of cilantro in there. Let me just rinse these off. Okay. I'm going to put these in the black beans and just let those simmer. So 2 things are almost done. I'm going to cut up those peppers. I made the salad. I love my black bean soup, y'all, but I love any type of bean soup. I really do. But I am going to make some. I don't know if I'm probably not going to make it tomorrow because I'm making so many dishes, but I even like to eat the black beans with, damn, this cup is leaking red stuff. God damn it. Why is the cup? It's like, when a water, when ice is coming out, like, what is it? The condensation. This cup is doing that. That's weird. And it's all red. Okay. Wipe the counter and put this on a napkin. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get back to this. Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm going to put this salad in the refrigerator because this is done. I'm going to have to put these tomatoes in another container. Yes, I have basic containers. Somebody said, you got Walmart everything. I said, well, damn, that's an insult. But I don't care. I don't spend a lot of money on stuff. I know what I need to do with my money. And that is save, 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 so I can buy land and build, build, build. That's what I need to do. But, you know, sir, you are more than welcome to buy me some dishes. I'll put it on my Amazon wish list and I'll make the Amazon wish list public. Okay? You are more than welcome to buy me some stuff for my house. Oh, I can't wait to cut up that cantaloupe though. Okay. All right. Okay, so all of this, I'll be washing these dishes or throwing them in the dishwasher. Okay, so I'm gonna cut up these peppers and oh wait, these peppers are already out. Let me just go ahead and put these inside the soup then. They're already out. I thought I put them back in the freezer. Okay. I do want to put some, I only had a few red ones. All right, am I going to use all of these? No, I want to put some of these peppers in the, with the fish. So let me use a little bit more orange ones. And then I'm going to leave that out to put some red ones in there. And I'm going to cut these peppers up. Some of them. I'm not going to cut them all up. But I don't have, like, my frozen peppers, they're getting low. So I know that it's time for me to cut some up so I can freeze them. And then some of them, like I said, I'm just going to keep to see if I like just eating peppers as a snack. But I'm going to put these in a freezer because I don't want them to, I don't want them to fully thaw out. Oh, y'all, I bought some Impossible, what are they called? The Beyond Sausage plant-based links. I want to put some of them on the grill. Since I don't eat hot dogs, right? I want to put some of them on the grill. Oh, that's a onion. I want to put some of them on the grill. So it's like I'm eating a hot dog or a sausage. But yes, some people, they go from one addiction to the next. Because if a person, like I said, if a person is 600 pounds, they have a food addiction. And if they don't work on the addiction problem, then it just transfers. It just transfers from one thing to the next. So what does it all go back to? Therapy and healing. You know, even the rich people, they joke about it. Oh, like, oh, you know, don't worry about it. I'll pay for your therapy. Right? So whether you had a great life or not, and sometimes people they don't need therapy for bad stuff. Right? We talked about this before. What's her name? Gabby Douglas and her husband. He was like, you know, I'm going to therapy to keep me on an even keel. It's not because, you know, he said it's not because I'm having a bad, you know, having problems, whatever. No, he's like, it's to keep him on an even keel. And it's weird that I don't know that people don't look at that. I don't understand. It's just, let me take a break and eat my. Man, y'all, this peach is banging. This peach is so damn good. Let me eat this. And then I'm going to start working on those peppers. Now, you may say, why the hell she's in this corner eating this peach? Because I don't want my peach to taste like an onion. I just cut up the onion. I'm going to rinse this off before I cut the peppers up. This is what a peach is supposed to taste like. Not that tastes like nothing peach I was eating. I was in Walmart, like, this peach better be. I choose one of the ones that was ripe, really ripe. And I was like, this peach better be right. It better be sweet, because if it's not, I'm bringing it back. The worker just looked at me. I was dead serious. Y'all want my money. Everything is freaking overpriced. And you think I'm just going to buy something and it's not what you... Hell no. This ain't what you're selling, bruh. Huh? You can have this damn peach back. They be like, well, what's wrong with it? It's not sweet. I don't want a peach that's not sweet. I don't care. They could talk about me when I leave. You think I give a damn? Nope. Because they work at Walmart, so I know that times are hard for their asses too. Right? I want what I pay for. And I don't care if somebody say, oh, she's being mean. I want what I pay for. Is it wrong to want what you pay for? No. Not in my book. Not in my book. What is... Okay. Okay. These potatoes are almost done, y'all. I just want some of this water to come out. I put too much water in there. All right, so what are we doing now? We are cutting up these. Let me rinse some of these. Let me rinse these off because they were sitting in the vinegar water. So let me rinse these off. Okay. So, someone asked me about Nancy, right? I want to go into it, but I'm just going to go ahead and talk about what I know. And it's like, okay, so they were talking about, y'all remember when, I am going to do a video about this though, separate from this. Y'all remember when the person, the guy was arrested? I don't know where he lived, but he was arrested for the fake ransom note, right? So he has pled guilty. He has pled guilty for the fake ransom note. I gotta see what the punishment was, right? But he pled guilty for writing the fake ransom note. And there were some other ransom notes that came, and they were saying that that Nancy, that one of the ransom notes said that Nancy is with nature now. So y'all remember when I first started covering it, and they were talking about a second ransom note has come, and that's when Savannah and them, she did the video with her siblings, and they were like, I understand. She was saying, I understand, right? I understand. And I was talking to Ford Hatch from ABC in Phoenix, and he was saying that, they think she's dead. And I was like, no, like, I don't want to believe that. He was like, yeah, we're trying to be hopeful, but blah, 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 right? So they were saying that the ransom note, now they were releasing basically what the second ransom note said, that they thought that she was, that the I guess the abductor said that Nancy had passed away in the second, during the abduction, that she passed away during the abduction, and that she was with nature. Well, recently, what the hell? Recently, they said the FBI was saying that the ransom note, none of the ransom notes were legit. I'm like, this is craziness. Oh, wait. Rare Beans and Rice said DC was from California, 5 years probation, and had to immediately go to rehab. Has another appearance in September. Okay. Is that the person that, was that the guy that wrote the ransom note? The fake ransom note. Is that him? Rare Beans and Rice said, growing up in Baton Rouge, we had people selling peaches on the side of the road, and I still crave those peaches. Oh, that's the great thing that I love about down south. I love that about down south. Um, yes, you know how I feel, rare beans and rice. Okay, I just read your comment about the worst thing is, you know, being ready for a nice sweet peach and you open up and it tastes like nothing. It's all gross. I was like, oh my goodness. Um, okay, so thank you for that. So he's from California. Well, oh my, that's not. I guess that's not bad, but he does have a conviction, right? So, from California, I don't like that these do not have seeds. I do not like that, right? I do not like these peppers do not have seeds, but it's okay. Let me cut a piece and see it. He was just eating that pepper. This is a good snack. I think I'm gonna do some in my salad. Let me throw some in my salad. This is not bad. Um, so he only got probation. He got 5 years probation, but you say he has to go back for another appearance. That was just stupid of him. That was very stupid of him to do that. I wouldn't put that knife down so I don't cut my damn self. I can't believe sometimes these it's like they close and they don't want to open up. I wouldn't have did that. I don't know why someone would do that. All right, so I'm gonna put these in here. I got one of these Taylor Farms. I'm gonna put this broccoli in here. I don't normally eat raw broccoli, but I'm gonna put that in there. And I guess I'm gonna put these little pieces of cheese in there too. Cheese Southwest snack. I'm just putting this in my salad. This is the salad that I made. And the little salads will be for my lunch. That way I'm not eating a very heavy when I'm out. And once those salads are done, then I'll have these for dinner. And I'll just keep filling it up. So he got 5 years probation and had to immediately go to also, oh wait, hold on. Rare beans and rice. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some Jesus in it. So is that what made him? I can't with these damn people. That's probably so if he was a drug addict. So he had to immediately go to rehab. So that means that's why he wrote that damn fake. That's craziness. That is craziness. So I guess he was like, oh, I'm gonna get some money for my drugs. This is crazy. Or alcohol. Rehab. He went to I cannot. He was on meth, tested positive in court on July 2nd. I cannot deal. I cannot deal. Meth is a hell of a drug. You know, what's his name? Rick James said cocaine is a hell of a drug. Meth? Oh, jeez. Meth is, I think, meth is worse than cocaine. Like, meth is like, they would kill their own mama. This is crazy. Oh, your dog used to love peppers. Some people, dogs did eat peppers. I saw one of the tutors and he have his green apple. And I said, do you make your snacks or does your wife make them? He said, I make them. I said, good for you, Mr. Sir. He has his peppers and he was just like, I said, ah. So when I saw these, I was like, I'm happy they gave these to me. Let me see if I can eat them like that. But I am even things that I didn't used to eat, I eat now. I used to hate carrots. I don't, but it was my taste buds were different because I was eating a bunch of toxins. Once I got those toxins out of my body craves. Like once I started working out and eating better, my body started craving healthy foods. I was at my mom's house working out one day, and I was like, I want something, and I was hungry. I was like, I want to eat something now, and they had some Fritos, right? Now, it's counterproductive, right? And that's what my body. I just grabbed a few. I was like, oh, they'll just hold me over. As soon as I put that Frito in my mouth, I was like, it was so salty. I spit it right out. She had some carrots. I grabbed some carrots. So your body will tell you, we don't want this. You're working out. We don't want this, and your taste buds will change. And that's what happened. So he was on meth. That's a shame. You heard what I said? Like, meth will make you do some strange. Thought I heard something in my backyard, y'all. I don't play that. I'm like, hold on. Do I need to get my banger, banger, banger? Your body wanted junk because it's made to do that. Yes, that's what I thought. Oh, my mind wanted it. My body wanted something else. My mind was like, oh, I can eat this. It was like, no, no, no. As soon as I put it in my mouth, it was too salty. And I grabbed a carrot. And that's where I felt, okay, I was good until I just ate a few carrots. And then once I finished cooking, I was good to go. So weird. But your body will definitely make changes. Now, sometimes I do want some salt. So I have like popcorn. I bought the Kirkland popcorn. The sea salt is not sea salt and coconut oil. And when I want something salty, that's what I'll eat. It's 100 calories a bag. And because I had stopped eating popcorn for a while. My mom was like, yeah, you getting no popcorn? I'm like, nope. Because I wanted to see if the popcorn was making me, if I cut back on the popcorn and don't eat it, will I lose a little bit more weight quicker? And so I didn't eat popcorn for a while. And I used to eat the popcorn from, it was like cheddar popcorn. Well, white cheddar popcorn is made by Brahms in Dollar Tree. But I was like, girl, you can't keep eating this cheese. So my mother had told me about the popcorn at Costco. It's Costco brand, Kirkland. And one day when I was in there, they had it on display for a snack for you to try it. And I was like, oh, this is good. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's the one my mother. And I walked away and I was like, nah, I'm going to get it. And I got it. I was mad as hell. It was $9.99 for 36 bags. But I was like, whatever. I just don't like spending money, y'all. Y'all might say, that's a good price. I don't like spending money. I don't. I want to spend somebody else's money. I don't want to spend my money. I'm being honest. I think we all feel like that. But I'm just being honest about it. So I got it. And then the last time I went in there, they had the girl, she had the Fairlife. All right, we're done. It's done. Okay, these potatoes are done. She had the Fairlife protein shakes, right? And I'm like, oh man. And I remember her face. And I said, nope, you got me last time. You're not going to get me this time. She started laughing. I said, you got me with the popcorn last time, right over there. She started laughing. She said, okay, I'll get you next time. But okay, so the potatoes are done. All right, the beans are still cooking. And the salad is, wait, I want to put a few pieces of red in the salad as well. The red peppers. And we're good to go. Okay. All right, the salad is done. Man, it's 10:18. I told you I was going to bed at 11. Wait. I wonder if I should put some cilantro in here. I could put raw cilantro in the salad, right? Let me just see. I'm going to put a few pieces in there. I still got to clean the kitchen because I do not want to wake up to a dirty kitchen tomorrow. And I know I have to get up and cook. And I'm going to have to grill before I go to the gym, which is going to be crazy, right? Yeah. Oh, my God. This thing be sealing so quick. So I'm going to clean the kitchen. After I finish doing this, I'm gonna hop off. After I finish with all the food, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna clean the kitchen. I'm gonna hook up my computer, and I'm going to listen to the math professor for the lecture. I killed three birds with one stone, y'all. I have to. I can't just do one thing. I have to multitask. I don't there aren't enough hours in a day. Thank you, Jenny, for sending the floating heart and for the star. I appreciate you. I hope you had a happy holiday. If you celebrate July 4th, happy 4th of July. Thank you so much for that. Crunchy, salty, negative calories, cucumbers and salt, perfect replacement. Thank you for that. Say yes, meth is scary. Somebody, I don't know who it was, but they said every time, yes, I do. I don't know. She's a black girl. I think she was just trying to use me. She just stopped talking to me. But she said, her son is obsessed with meth labs. Anytime he sees a trailer that's in like the middle of nowhere, he said that's a meth lab. I said, what? He said he's like, that's a meth lab. He calls every trailer he see that's out in the middle of nowhere. If he just sees a trailer that's out there by itself, that's a meth lab. That's a meth lab. So there are a few articles about, what's going on with Nancy. I know that we're at like day 150 something, right? So I think 152, 153. I feel for the family. I'm going to do, you know what? Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow while I'm grilling. I can have the articles up and I can talk about it tomorrow, specifically about Nancy. It's just so unfortunate that their father died the way he died, right? And now their mother died the way she died. At least with the dad, 9 times out of 10, they were able to get his body. Like, people were saying, like, well, why don't they just tell them where the body is? Well, if these people don't want to be caught, say that the ransom note is real. The FBI was saying that none of the ransom notes were real. I was like, damn. So they just took this woman just to do nothing? That's weird. That's really effing, weird. That's weird. But at least they were able to get their father, right? Now, the sad part with Nancy is, why would these people are not going to tell where she is, right? What's going to happen is somebody's going to be walking their dog one day and the earth is going to, somebody's animal is going to unearth it, like maybe a different animal will unearth a bone or something, and that's how they're going to find her. Somebody's going to be walking their dog and another animal, a coyote or something, is going to dig up the body, and the dog is going to find a bone, and that's how they're going to find her. Now, why do I say that? Because why would these people, with all the technology, if they unearth her body, if they say, okay, we want to give you some closure and this is where her body is, well, the FBI is going to be there. And with all the technology, they may find a piece of DNA somewhere. And now they're like, oh, I just wanted to tell you where the body was. And now somebody's going to go to jail. So unfortunately, I don't think that they're ever going to say anything. Oh, where the hell is my spoon? I don't think that they're ever going to say anything as to where she is. But it's so sad because it's like, so if none of the what's the names are real, It's turning into a slushy, y'all. Mm. If none of the um ransom notes are real, they just kidnapped this 84-year-old woman out of her bed for no reason. Well, that sucks. That's diabolical. Hey, Miss Saint, how you doing, lovely? I've been on here for about 35 hours cooking. But I ain't come up out this shirt, y'all. I almost came out of it earlier. I hope you had a happy 4th, lovely. I'm finishing up, cutting up these peppers. And let me cut this properly before I cut my damn hand. I made some smothered potatoes or fried potatoes and onions. What's up? 10:24. I made some black bean soup. I made a salad. I cut up the potatoes because I'm going to put some potatoes. Oh, I was supposed to make that. Damn it. All right. I don't feel like doing any more tonight. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. I told you I was going to put the onions and the carrots in the aluminum foil, put some seasoning, and just get that ready to grill tomorrow. I'm tired. I'm not doing that. Since I can't do the potatoes anyway, I'm not doing that. So I'm just going to finish cutting up these peppers and freeze some of these. The ones that I'm cutting up, I'm freezing. And then tomorrow I'll cut up the other peppers. I will just use the blade cutter because I'm grilling. I took the fish out. I'm going to be grilling some fish tomorrow. I'm going to be doing this early in the morning because I need to be at the gym at 2. So about 10, 11, 12, 1, 9, 10 o'clock, I'm going to be out there grilling. It shouldn't take long because what I'm grilling is not meat and stuff, right? Fish is not going to take long. Okay. The mic's still on, yes. Fish doesn't take long, so that's not going to take long. Fish doesn't take long to cook, so I just repeated the same thing. And then the vegetables are not going to take long, but what is going to take long is maybe a little bit of time is the peppers, right? The peppers may take a little bit of time. I'm not the peppers, y'all. I'm sorry. I think I'm getting tired. The potatoes. The potatoes may take a little bit of time to grill. But I'm going to wrap them in aluminum foil and just let them cook. But that may take a little bit of time. But, fish doesn't take a long time. But when I do grill the fish, I'm going to put it in aluminum foil with peppers, with onions, with some cilantro, and that's it. And some seasoning, some salt and pepper, maybe some whatever else I decide to season it with. Because I just be cooking, y'all. I don't. Somebody told me you should make a cookbook. I'm like, shoot, that means I gotta remember what the hell I'm putting in. Because with vegetables and stuff, I'm like, oh, let me throw this in there. Oh, let me throw that in there. And then I forget what the hell I put in there. I'm like, what the hell did I put in there? So, but I would love to make a healthy recipe book because I cook the same way. It's just that I need to make things a little bit more healthy for me. I can't eat soul food. I call it slave food. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I call it slave food, right? Our ancestors used to make the soul food, this, that, and the third, and they cooked it because that's how they had to cook it. We don't have to eat like that anymore. We're not slaves. We don't have to be slaves to food. One of the young ladies that I go to school with, she was like, because my mother she said her mother makes seven meats and seven meats, 7 whatever, and 7 desserts. And I'm like, what? She was like, yeah, she make pig feet, she make macaroni and cheese, she make seven meats, 7 sides, and 7 desserts. And the young lady is overweight and she's 20 some odd years old. I'm like, that's not, you see? And I'm saying to myself, Shantae, that's where you used to be. I wasn't as big as her. She's shorter than me, but you don't need to be like that, sis. Right? And I straight up told her, I said, oh no, I don't eat like that anymore. Like I don't, I said, she was like, they call it soul food. I said, yeah, people call it soul food, but I call it slave food. Because that's how our ancestors had to eat. They had to eat like that, but we don't have to eat like that. And a lot of times when we eat like that, what happens? We have high blood pressure, we have diabetes, and we don't have to. We have high cholesterol. We have what else? Um, Heart disease. I feel like a lot of times when we, like with the Black Girl Vitamins, and they talk about some of the stuff that Black women get, I'm convinced that the majority of the time is based off of food. Is based off of how we eat and our diet. Nobody can tell me any different. It's a lifestyle, And there's this guy. He just got married. He's been a year sober. This Black woman is in church and she's just so happy. She's in with her blonde wig. And I'm just like, man, this man shouldn't even be dating, let alone he just hit 1 year sober. So that means y'all have been dating before he was even sober for 1 year. Okay. This boy has been sniffing coke and doing drugs. I don't know if he ever smoked crack, but he's been sniffing coke since he was 14. I'll be 47 in a few days, so I know he's 50. I know he's 50. I don't understand some of these women in church. Girl, you want to marry a drug addict? Why? You can't find anybody. Jesus, take the wheel. So he posts a picture of 2 plates. He didn't have 1 plate. He had 2 plates. And he was like, he posted a picture. He was like, oh, it feels so good coming home to this. My queen made this. And I'm like, I wanted to say, she trying to kill you. But I said, I'm not going to do that, y'all. I'm not going to say that. But I'm just like, we got to do better. And all these people, and they live down south, right? That's how I gained all that weight, eating fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, this, that, and the third. And then my stepdad family, the grandmother, her ass can't even effing read, right? You had all these boys by this trifling behind dude. I think he was killed by his yeah. Her husband died because his mistress killed him. You heard me? His mistress killed him. So, and she was mean as hell. She didn't like any of the girls. She had 2 daughters. She didn't like her own granddaughters. So she didn't like me. But I'm like, ma'am, you in here making all this damn slave food, and then you want to talk about me being fat? When I lived in New York, I wasn't fat, boo. But it wasn't SHIT to do on the eastern shore of piece of shit Virginia. Sorry, y'all that live in Virginia. But Eastern Shore, if you ever been to the Eastern Shore of Virginia, you would say, ain't shit here, Shantae. You ain't saying nothing wrong but a word. You ain't saying nothing wrong. You're not saying anything wrong. So she made all this food, all this food that just is not healthy for us. Not healthy for us. This woman couldn't even effing read and she want to insult people. Right? But anyway, she made the church lady married the drug addict, the recovering drug addict, I guess, right? And all these people like, oh, your queen, can I get a plate? Oh, she feeding you good. And I'm like, Ninja, you gonna die eating like that. You got 2 plates. It's just a bunch of nonsense food. And I was just like, this is craziness. This is absolutely insane. It's insane. There's some people that are on YouTube and they cook, but I refuse to watch their channel. I'm not eating all this slave food. There's a content creator. She cooks. She making money from YouTube. She making a bunch of slave food. And then she went and got her body done. And she's still fat. I'm like, I don't. I'm like, ma'am, you could have paid me that money. I would have came to your house and slapped that food out your hand every time. Right? You know how they have the sober partners, sober whatever, where they with you at all times? I would have been slapping that food out her hand. I would have been in her refrigerator throwing stuff away, right? I tell you, if I ever get 1 million subscribers, y'all gonna be like, damn, this girl is right. I will not be getting body work done. I'm not getting any body work done. I'm about to do this myself. Damn, y'all, my peppers are almost gone. All right, so which ones are you gonna keep to eat? I'm gonna keep a few red ones. Let me cut up a few more orange ones. What are those, yellow? I'm gonna cut up a few more orange ones. I'm gonna cut up one more yellow one. And then I'm gonna keep more of the smaller ones. I'm just gonna put these in a bag. I might still cut up some more, but I'm getting tired. So I'm gonna cut up these 3 and then I'm gonna be done. And that's less work that I have to do tomorrow because I still have to clean the kitchen and it's 10:30. I'm probably not even going to eat anything. I'm going to eat, I made a small salad, but I can't eat too much of anything. It's getting later and later. But this is one of the things that I have to do. So what you, Marcus, I'm sorry that you are so miserable with your life. I really feel bad for you, right? Do you feel good that you said that? Because I would love to see what you look like. I would love to see what you look like. I'm telling you, I told y'all the story about the miserable person at the gym. People are just miserable that you need to come on someone's page and just talk crazy. And are you a black man? Because I always talk about what the hell do what when we need protect? Who do we call when we need protection from our own? Marcus Duran. Sound like the Marcus. How you doing, Marcus? Because I knew someone with a name like you and he was straight up homosexual. Are you a homosexual? Is that why you feel the need to come on here and try to insult me? Because I want to go to your page and see what you look like. That's what I want to see. Because people would sure try to insult you and they live in a glass house. They can't see the speck in their own eye. You sound like a nigga. That's what you sound like. Because, I just want you to know, niggas aren't just people that are black, okay? A nigga is an ignorant person. That's what a nigga is. A nigga is an ignorant person. So you are a nigga. Because that's what you come on here acting like. You are a straight up nigga. Niggas aren't just black people, okay? You are straight up nigga. Let me just go ahead and get rid of his raggedy ass. He's just miserable, trolling, because he's fat and he hasn't been touched since Jesus walked the earth. So let me just get rid of his raggedy nigga ass, because that's what he is, a straight up nigga. He can't speak either. He said, I'm not a nigga. What is that? There we go. He's gone. I could tell you. When people are ignorant, I do sometimes call people that are non-black a nigga. I sure will. You a nigga. They look at me like, what? Are you acting like a nigga? You acting like a straight up ignorant person. That's not just limited to black people. It's to anybody that's ignorant. But yeah, y'all see how I'm getting better, and I'm not even smoking weed. You see how calm I'm getting, because I'm more comfortable in my skin, and people are just miserable. People are just miserable with their lives, and they don't want to see anyone happy. So I don't know what people are gonna say when I'm slimmer. Oh, your skinny ass. I don't know what they're gonna say, right? Yeah. People are miserable. But I do want to be able to go to his page and look at his pictures, right? He has a YouTube channel. He has a picture up there. But a lot of people that come and say, mean things, they either have a cartoon, a AI picture, because they have to hide. I never understand it, that if I'm going to someone's page and they're just ignorant, right? I don't know. The older I get, I just realize people are so miserable with their own lives, and they just don't want to see anyone happy because they're not happy. And what did I say earlier? I don't ever want to be that miserable, y'all. I don't want to be miserable. He had a Crayola box, you see? And he could totally be, there's a girl I follow, Jim something, and some dude came on there and just was insulting her. The boy was like 19. And he came on there insulting her. And you don't want to insult. All right, guys. My phone totally died, but it lasted for 3 hours. I forgot. I wasn't looking at it. But I'm happy that I was able to charge it up a little bit so I can go ahead and say good night. I do also need to charge up my mic so that doesn't die on me. But I hope you all have a marvelous evening, and good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to the person who said this. That was Johannes Falori. I'm so sorry if I'm messing up your name. It says, "Hi, beautiful queen. Good morning." And you might be a woman. I'm so sorry. Good morning. Don't forget you're beautiful. You are beautiful. Keep smiling. Enjoy your Sunday. And to you as well. I will see you all tomorrow, probably your afternoon, my morning, and I will be grilling for the first time in my new home. I hope I don't burn the damn house down. I love you all. Thank you for joining me, and have a blessed evening. Take care. And thank you for everyone that gave me gifts. I appreciate you all. Happy 4th.